And good evening. Welcome out here to Albany as we get set for MSHSAA 8-man District number 7 quarterfinal matchup tonight here between the number 5 seed Stanberry and the number 4 seed in Albany. Remember, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by BTC Bank, Petty John Auto Center, locations in Bethany and Albany, Winners Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany, and the Hogue Lumber Company in Albany. The Albany Hy-Vee, Smith Insurance and Smith Prudential in Albany, along the United Country Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, Agent Tammy Wynn Siddons in Albany. Shelter Insurance Agent Sam Phillips in Albany. Johnson Controls, the Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. Sublime Formal Wear on the west side of the square in Albany. Along with East Fork Lodge and Legacy Event Center. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany. Kathy Sneed with Acres of Hope LLC. JC Designs just off the square in Albany. B&B Barbecue on 136 in Albany. Lone Star Investments on the square in Albany. Shadowfax on 136 in Albany. Brown Plumbing. Deb's Dinky Diner in Albany. The City of Albany. Big A Bistro on 136 in Albany. Williams Construction, the Albany Booster Club, the Albany and Stanberry School Districts, and the Printer New Shop are located in Albany. Remember, tonight's pregame is brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, here for good. And remember, tonight's broadcast is brought to you here on Albany TV, a proud member of the MSHSAA Radio Network. Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life's values, your friends at Albany TV and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri. So as we get set tonight for our broadcast here on Albany TV, let's remind you that the camera will remain stationary tonight on the scoreboard. That is due to the MSHSAA rules. We are unable to show the playing surface tonight without having to put it behind a paywall. So, again, if you would like to view the game, you can. There will be a MSHSAA.TV broadcast tonight of tonight's game. Audio will be of the sounds, the speakers and things like that. There is a $10 fee before taxes. But again, you can watch this game tonight or you can listen to it for free here on Albany TV, a proud member of the MSHSAA Radio Network. Again, I'm Jared Rolvis. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play this evening, and we'll welcome in our color commentator for the evening, and Brett Williams here in just a moment as well. And as we take a look at these two teams for Albany, they come in with a record of 4-5 on the season. And Stanberry comes in with a record of 1-8. These two teams met just 2 weeks ago in Stanberry, 56-26 on what was a very long night for both of these teams with the weather that was in the area. Lightning delay kind of slowed the game for a little bit, had an abbreviated halftime. And we'll welcome in our color commentator and Brett Williams. And Brett, that game that was 2 weeks ago in Stanberry, Albany was able to win. But again, there were a lot of different factors in that ball game that really kind of affected the game.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird game. Like you said, it's the first game in quite a while that I remember us covering here on Albany TV that got delayed due to weather. Weather always kind of plays a factor, especially when it is like heavy rain like we had over in Stanberry a couple weeks ago. These are two run-heavy teams, so it didn't really impact the style of play that much. It just makes the ball a little bit slippery. We did have some fumbles in that one. And tonight we expect more of the same. It is nicer weather. It's a lot colder tonight. By far the coldest game we've had this season, which is what you expect. I mean, tomorrow is the start of November, so it's going to be cold here going forward here. But we expect both teams are going to rely heavily on the backs. It's going to be Pax Schieber for Stanberry and Elliott Mercer for Albany. But the one thing Albany's really done well, basically over the second half of the season, is they've got a lot of production from Jace Palmer and then also Carter Danner as well. Those two guys have really taken the step up in the second half of the season, and we expect more of that tonight.
Well, and we'll hear about it from Coach Fountain whenever we have our pregame sit-down with him here in just a little bit. But one of the big things that really the Warriors went on a 3-game win streak, lost last week here at home to a really good Pattonsburg team. And really, give maybe 3 more minutes on the game clock, and I think Albany probably ties that one if not, forces overtime or takes the lead in that ball game. But for that, I think before then, you had the 3-game win streak. The thing that has really impressed me so far has been the progression of the offensive defensive lines, the linebackers. I mean, the whole team is growing and getting better, as you would expect throughout the season. But I think really kind of where the Warriors win and lose ball games is up front at that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a big strength for this team. Of course, the offensive unit is led by Shea Miller, and then they have Cutter Peterson up there as well, Jay Anthony. Those guys have really done a nice job this season. And, yeah, like you said, they've grown as a team from week one. And like you said, that's to be expected. This is a team that didn't have a lot of varsity experience as a collective unit coming into the season. And when you pair that with a tough open to the schedule when you face Worth County, King City, and then Nottoway Valley all, within the first 3 or 4 or 5 weeks of the season, I mean, you're going to have that's a tough open to the schedule, about as tough as it gets, especially here in Northwest Missouri. I mean, those are some of the top teams in the area. So, but credit to Albany. They showed resiliency. They didn't get down on themselves, and they continue to get better. They won the games they should have. Again, I've said this multiple times. I think that they could play that St. Joe Christian game again. They probably win that one a second time out. But, hey, they came up short in that one. But, man, that Pattonsburg game, despite it being a loss, it's probably the best this Warrior team has looked. Of course, Pattonsburg plays a very unique style of football. So when they get up, they continue to pass. There's a lot of clock stoppages, so that kind of does allow for some comebacks, which Albany was almost able to pull off. But, hey, it's still a top 10 team. It's still a team that beat King City, who Albany, I mean, just, got beat pretty bad by. So that Albany's shown a lot of improvement over the year. But they're playing a Stanberry team who is extremely well coached. Coach Hilton and that staff know exactly how to prepare a team. And you can bet that they've made adjustments from the game 2 weeks ago. That loss is still fresh in their minds, and they want to try to avenge that tonight.
Yeah, and, also the big thing with these two teams, you mentioned it, not only are they both well coached, not only have they just played each other a week or 2 weeks ago, but these are rivals. I mean, 15 miles separate the two football fields, and, there's a lot of familiarity with both teams on the coaching staff, player sides as well. And sometimes there's a little bit of rivalry in that, and that's what you appreciate here in high school football is some of those rivalries, and have that week one of the playoffs is really a big thing.
Yeah, we know that, the coaching staff for both teams and probably, some of the players as well, they know each other pretty well, and they're pretty friendly with each other off the field. But when they get in between the lines, I mean, it's a rivalry football game, and both teams really want to win. So we can bet we are going to get a good football game tonight. And then the winner advances, and the loser, they go home. And, for the seniors, this is the last chance that they're going to be able to step on a football field. So you can bet both teams want to extend the season as far as they can. I think both teams feel like if things go their way and they execute tonight, they have a fighting chance. So it should be a competitive ball game. We'll see how it goes on the field.
And again, we'd like to remind you that whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at Albany TV and the Missouri State High School Activities Association. We'll be back with more of your BTC Bank pregame as we have our sit-down with the head coach of the Warriors and Doug Fountain. All a part of our pregame tonight here, brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, here for good on Albany TV, a proud member of the MSHSAA Radio Network. Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank school mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite school and earn that school extra cash with each swipe. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account, stop by your local BTC Bank branch to get your mascot debit card today. Visit btcbank.bank to learn more. BTC Bank, here for good. Member FDIC.
BTC Bank.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens. at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Ready to build, remodel, or repair? Trust Home Lumber Company in Albany, Missouri for all of your building needs. From quality lumber and hardware to tools and supplies, Home Lumber has everything you need to get the job done right. Serving Albany and the surrounding communities for generations, Home Lumber is proud to be your hometown partner for projects big and small. So whether it's a weekend fix-up or your dream build, stop by Home Lumber Company in Albany. Quality materials, friendly service built on trust. If you're looking to join a stable and growing company, Johnson Controls in Albany is the place for you. They are currently hiring for multiple positions, including welding, electrical, and general assembly. Johnson Controls offers excellent benefits: medical, dental, vision, life insurance, 401k, health savings account, and paid holidays. Apply now at www.johnsoncontrols.com to join their winning team.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
And welcome back into the BTC Bank pregame. We're here with the head coach of the Warriors and Doug Fountain. And Coach, you had a loss last week to Pattonsburg that was really probably a good loss for you guys, the way you guys were able to come back. It lost by one touchdown, did have one turnover in the ballgame. Kind of seemed like maybe that one possession could have been what could have been the difference.
Yeah, proud of our kids. Battled. They had some mismatches on us in some areas of the field. They were able to hit us vertically there early in the game. We were able to get ourselves going a little bit. We're down 2 scores, responded with a big play, stole a possession on special teams, and then punched that in and evened it up. They still stress us vertically, and they do that very well. They were able to keep it to a 2 to 3 score game most of the time, but we settled in and evened things up. And then just battled. We were sitting there at the end of the third quarter, and if we could finish the drive, we could draw it back within arm's reach. We said, let's see what happens. And so we did, punched it in, drew it within a 2-score game, and just kind of kept battling and got ourselves in a position there at the end, just ran out of time. But, that's a good Pattonsburg team. They do a really good job with their kids, tremendous athletes. They're good up front. And then our kids battled, and we were just able to find the things that we did well, stuck to it, and found a way back in the game there at the end. So a lot of good things to take from it, and now you heal up and move on, and district plays next, and everyone's 0-0, so here we go.
And then kind of going back to, I know we kind of talked a little about last week, but I would say pretty much over the last 4 games of this regular season, your offense and defensive line really kind of kicked it up a notch, and they've kind of helped lead you to 3 straight victories and then a close matchup last week. Kind of talk about how their development over the season has really helped the team to where they are now.
Yeah, and I wouldn't limit it to that, but certainly there's been a tremendous amount of growth along the, both lines. But I would say our growth in all areas has been something that we can be proud of. At one point in the year, we get, in a game like we had Friday, and we don't have the resolve or pieces or maturity to claw your way back in it. And, we experienced a little bit of that. Kids have developed and grown up, and, we were in a position where we could do that. And I think it starts, our success starts along the line of scrimmage, and then those other kids that play on the perimeter and are in supporting spots and skill spots have really grown tremendously as well. And so proud of our team's effort, and, we're looking forward to seeing where we can go with it.
And then you mentioned it already, this week starts district play. Everybody starts out 0-0. However, you're playing a team that you faced just 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago on the field in Stanberry. Talk about how there's an adjustment level. You won against them last time you played them. You have to get the team's mindset right. Hey, it's a different ball game again. They know what we did well that time. We know what they did, what we did well against them. You know there's going to be changes. How do you kind of get your team ready for that?
Yeah, the most important thing is taking care of yourself. You have an idea what they're going to do and present to you. As you suggested, there will probably be some adjustments made on both sides. But just make sure that from a mental and physical standpoint, you're ready to go. And if you take care of yourself, then you're going to be in a much better position to let the scoreboard take care of you.
And then what are your keys to victory tonight here against Stanberry?
I don't think the keys change. I think you got to win at the line of scrimmage. I think you got to win the turnover battle, and you got to win special teams. We've got to do a good job keeping the lid on their freshman back, who does a tremendous job. We've got to be physical, and we've got to be great in space and playing with great leverage. And if we do those things, we can be successful. All
right. Well, thank you again, Coach, for joining us part of our BTC Bank pregame. We'll be back with the Hogue Lumber Company starting lineup in just a moment.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter agent St. Phillips in Albany for a free personal protection review.
In life, as in sports, there's nothing like a good coach to help you achieve your goals. Someone you can turn to for guidance, someone with a game plan to help you build up the financial strength you need for retirement, family security, and life. With a Prudential financial professional, that's what you get. Someone who can help you build a financial strategy. To get started, contact me, Nick Smith, the financial advisor with Prudential at 660-726-3396.
If you are in the market of buying or selling your home, farm, or hunting property, contact Tammy Wynn Siddons of United Country Nelson Real Estate. Tammy and the entire team of agents at United Country Nelson Real Estate in Gentry, Harrison, Mercer, Worth, and Davies counties can help you find the right property for your needs. Call Tammy Wynn Siddons today to buy or sell your property at 660-726-8104. Check out all of United Country Nelson Real Estate's current listings at nelsonsoldit.com. Kathy Sneed at Acres of Hope LLC in Albany, Missouri provides compassionate counseling and therapy to help you navigate life's challenges. Kathy specializes in trauma and PTSD, child and behavioral issues. Call Kathy at Acres of Hope at 660-285-4844. That's 660-285-4844. Acres of Hope LLC, because every journey deserves hope. Hungry for real mouth-watering barbecue? Head on over to B&B Barbecue in Albany. From tender pulled pork and juicy brisket to ribs that fall right off the bone, every plate is packed with flavor you'll come back for again and again. And don't forget to try their amazing loaded fries, piled high with your favorite meat. They're a meal within themselves. Whether you're grabbing lunch with friends, taking dinner home for the family, or catering your next big event, B&B Barbecue has you covered. So skip the ordinary, taste the tradition at B&B Barbecue in Albany. And welcome back out again here to Albany. And on Albany TV, a proud member of the Mission Radio Network, we'd like to remind you that the score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. And remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message was brought to you by your friends of Missouri State High School Activities Association and Albany TV. Remember, tonight's pregame is brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, here for good. As we get set tonight for our national anthem and tonight's Hogue Lumber Company starting lineups, we will turn it over here to public address announcer Derek Brown here in just a moment with the playing of our national anthem here from Albany in this MSHSAA District number 7 quarterfinal matchup between the number 5 seed Stanberry and the number 4 seed in Albany. And here's your public address announcer, Derek Brown.
evening, and welcome to the Wayne Endorsed Guest Sports Complex in E.C. Smithfield for this MSHSAA 8-man first round District 7 playoff matchup between the number 5 seeded and visiting Stanberry Bulldogs and the number 4 seed Albany Warriors. At this time, please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
And now it's time for your Hogue Lumber Company starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Hogue Lumber Company. Before you start your next project, stop in and talk to the experts at Hogue Lumber Company in Albany, Missouri.
Now starting offense for the visiting Bulldogs at guard number 32, Connor Pio. At center number 1, Hudson Groomer. At guard number 56, Luke Phipps. At tight end number 11, Jake Holtzclaw. At tight end number 12, Aiden Graham. At running back number 2, Max Hilton. At running back number 25, Pax Schieber. And at quarterback number 14, Drew Parman. The Bulldogs are coached by Shane Hilton, assisted by Jeffrey Marundi, Chris Vandrashka, Tyler Schradock, and Jerry McMillan. And now it's starting defense for your Albany Warriors on the line, number 10, Elliot Marshall. 5'11", 190-pound junior. On the line, number 52, Cutter Peterson. 6', 290-pound junior. On the line, number 56, Shay Miller. 6', 280-pound senior. On the line, number 75, Porter Reynolds. 5'10", 180-pound junior. And linebacker number 7, Jace Palmer. 6', 160-pound senior. And linebacker number 18, Carter Danner. 5'9", 130-pound sophomore. And linebacker number 44, Jay Anthony. 5'10", 180-pound junior. At defensive back number 2, Jared Owens. 5'9", 120-pound junior. And at defensive back number 5, Clayton Griffin. 5'8", 130-pound junior. The Warriors are coached by Doug Fountain, assisted by Glenn Hamilton, Jake Mills, and Seth Klein.
So again, there are your defensive starters for the Warriors and offensive starters for Stanberry. Let's go ahead and take a look at your defensive starters tonight for the Bulldogs. It'll be Max Hilton, Vincent Smithson, along with Aiden Graham, Brant Jansen, Pax Schieber, Parker Ginther, Connor Kehoe, Luke Phipps, and William Ellsworth. Now let's take a look at your starting offense tonight here for the Warriors. It'll be Jared Owens, and out on the outside, Jace Palmer at quarterback, Elliot Mercer and Carter Danner in the backfield. Will Fish will start at tight end, and on the line it'll be Jay Anthony, Cutter Peterson, and Shay Miller. So again, those are tonight's Hogue Lumber Company starting lineups, and we'll be back in just a moment as we get set for your Smith Prudential Financial kickoff here from Albany. And this MSHSAA 8-man District number 7 quarterfinal matchup between number 5 seed in Stanberry and number 4 seed Albany when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV, a proud member of the MSHSAA Radio Network. Brighten any day with the Briar Patch in Albany, Missouri. From fresh flower bouquets and custom arrangements to charming home decor and unique gifts, the Briar Patch is something special for every occasion. Whether it's birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, or just because, the Briar Patch's friendly team makes it easy to find the perfect way to show you care. Stop by the Briar Patch in Albany, your hometown flower and gift shop, where small town charm blooms every day. East Fork Lodge in Albany, Missouri is pleased to announce the opening of its new rec center. It has 2 spacious suites, each equipped with 2 queen beds, a pull-out sofa, kitchenette, microwave fridge, and dining area. Guests have access to half-court basketball, pickleball, workout facilities, and a game room offering billiards, ping pong, air hockey, foosball, and shuffleboard. For details on the rec center, lodging, or the Legacy Event Center wedding venue, contact bookings at eastforklodge.com or visit our website at www.eastforklodge.com.
Looking for something fun and trendy? How about something to wear to cheer on your Warriors or the Chiefs? JC Designs in Albany has it all. JC Designs in Albany has something for you to wear to work, to the ball game, and even for a night on the town. JC Designs is located 1 block west of the square in downtown Albany, or you can check out their website at j-c-designsmo.myshopify.com.
Looking to grow your future close to home? At Lone Star Investments in Albany, Missouri, Tanya is there to help you build lasting financial security. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, or just getting started, Tanya offers personalized guidance every step of the way. Stop by Lone Star Investments today, where your goals are their priority. Because investing isn't just about money, it's about peace of mind. Lone Star Investments, Albany, Missouri. Secure your tomorrow starting today. Whether you're hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's also has daily lunch specials with the lunch buffet on Wednesdays. Make sure you leave room for dessert though, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany. And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set for tonight's MSHSAA 8-man District number 7 quarterfinal matchup tonight between, again, the number 5 seed Stanberry, number 4 seed in Albany here on Albany TV, a proud member of the MSHSAA Radio Network. Stanberry will win the toss. They will elect to receive, and it'll be Albany that'll be kicking off from right to left here to start out the ball game.
Well, last time out between Stanberry and Albany, it took a while for Stanberry to get going, but once they got going, they really rode the hot hand of Pax Schieber. He was able to get some big gains, but just not quite enough to really sustain an offense well enough to really keep up with Albany. But you know they're going to try and change up how they do things offensively to try and really get him going offensively, and they're going to get a chance here the first drive of the game.
45 degrees and cloudy as we get set to kick off. An 8-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the west to northwest. Feels like 39. Here as we get set. Lawrence Sandholzer will kick off from his own 30-yard line. And back to receive the kick is Pax Schieber back inside his own 15, back at his own 13-yard line. Remember, tonight's opening kickoff is brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial. Kick off your future retirement by contacting Smith Prudential Financial Services at 660-726-3396. Sandholzer had one of the most unlikely onside kicks last week. That was recovered by the Warriors at the 4-yard line. This one an onside kick that's going to be recovered at about the 26-yard line. It's Quinn Jensen, and he's going to be tripped up as he crosses the 35-yard line. There on the stop was Zayden Wood. Coincidentally enough, the person who recovered that onside kick last week at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, another short kick there by Sandholzer. Not quite as short as what we saw last week against Pattonsburg, but not a deep kick there. And it was a nice open field tackle there by Zayden Wood. It looked like if Jensen was going to be able to break out of that one, he had room up the sideline. So nice tackle there by Wood to stop a big gain.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Stanberry will go in the I formation. Looking to pass here to start is their quarterback, and Drew Parman. He's going to have to roll out to the outside, going to be pushed out of bounds right near the mid-field marker, and it was Porter Runnels and Jay Anthony there on the stop.
Well, Stanberry goes play action there on the first play of the game, and we expect I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go through the air a little bit more in this one. That's the Warrior defense weakness is defending the pass, and they'll mix in Schieber here and there, but like they're hoping to try and gash the Warriors deep when they can.
In motion this time will go Schieber. He's going to get the handoff to the left, trying to break it to the outside. Gets out of a tackle and just tripped up enough, but he's going to be tripped up, but not before he gets just past the first down yard marker. It's going to be a first down here for Stanberry, brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial Services.
Kind of like an end-around type motion there from Stanberry there on that one, and a little bit of a misdirection play there. It's going to be that, and then mixing in rare passes here and there. That's really going to, if Stanberry can do that effectively, they might be able to have some success offensively here in this one and be able to move the ball.
Both teams want to keep the ball on the ground. I formation again here for Stanberry. Up back is Schieber, and keeping it on the option. This time as Parman gets loose, and he's going to get tripped up from behind. It was Elliott Mercer that trips him up, but Parman able to take it well into Warriors territory down at the 7-yard line.
Looked like a read option play there, and a nice job by Parman to keep that one, had room to the outside, and a touchdown-saving trip there by Elliott Mercer. If he didn't trip up Parman there, Parman was going for 6, but it's been a great first drive here for Stanberry to kick off the game.
Another Smith Prudential Financial first down here for the Bulldogs. I formation will be Hilton as the down back. Up back is Schieber. He's going to be hit immediately in the backfield as soon as he gets the football. Elliott Mercer or Porter Runnels were the first one there, and it's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4 yards there on the play for Stanberry on the rush on first down.
Yeah, it was almost like the Warrior defense was saying enough of that. They get in the backfield instantly, and the first carry that goes Schieber's way, and there's several Warriors there to bring him down.
2 minutes gone already here in the opening quarter. Parman again will go underneath center. Schieber again the up back. Will get the handoff, trying to find a hole, finds one, slips through, and he's going to wiggle his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Nice run there by Schieber there, just really patient. It looked like they were trying to get him to go to the outside, but a nice cutback lane opened up, and he took it. And once he got through all that traffic there, nice shifty run, he was gone for 6, and that's a good first drive there by Stanberry.
Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you live from United Country Nelson Real Estate. Tammy Wynn-Siddons. Sam Simbro on to kick the extra point. This one is up, and it is good as Simbro knocks it in. 7-0 is the lead here for Stanberry. 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the ball game. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
7-0, Stanberry with the opening lead. And it'll be Simbro that'll be on to kick off here for the Bulldogs. Remember to kick off your future retirement by contacting Smith Prudential Financial Services at 660-726-3396. Back to receive the kick for the Warriors is Clayton Griffin back at his own 10-yard line. Stanberry goes back into like a circle huddle, and then as they break it, the Warriors will get to their usual spots. Otherwise, they kind of come up expecting maybe an onside kick. Might have used to be called a muddle huddle kickoff. As Simbro will onside kick this one. It's going to be recovered by Shea Miller. He'll pick it up and fall on it on his own 39-yard line. That's where the Warriors will start the next drive.
Well, it's going to be good field position here for the Warriors thanks to the onside kick. And from the last time we saw this game, Stanberry was not able defensively to really slow the Warriors down. They were able to kind of move the ball at will, but we saw a good first drive by Stanberry. They looked prepared. They looked like they had a plan of attack, and they executed it well. So we'll see here what they do on defense.
One receiver to the right is going to be Jared Owens. Carter Danner to the right of his quarterback with Elliott Mercer behind him. Mercer takes the opening handoff, and he is going to fight for yards, but only going to pick up 2. He kind of ran into a line of defenders right at the line of scrimmage, still able to fight for 2 yards, gets across the midfield and down at the Stanberry 39-yard line.
Well, Elliott Mercer's never seen a tackle that he didn't want to try and break, and he went right up through the middle there. I think he might have had some room if he would have cut to the sideline there, but he's a bruising running back there and fought for some hard-fought yards there.
Mercer, the wing back to the right, running back on the left of his quarterback is Carter Danner. He'll take the handoff, and he runs, and they're going to say the ball got out, but not until after he was down. Gets across the 30-yard line down at the 29. That is going to be a Smith Prudential Financial first down here for the Warriors.
Yeah, it looks pretty clear that he was down, but that's something that's something that for sure is going to be a point of emphasis going forward for Danner and the rest of the backs is hold on to the football. The turnover battle is super important. We talk about it all the time here.
Carter Danner to the right of his quarterback. Palmer in the shotgun. One receiver out wide to the right. Palmer going to keep this one himself, following a defender and following his blocker and Danner, and he's going to be tripped up out of bounds, but not before he gets another first down inside the 20-yard line, down at the 17. Enough for another Smith Prudential Financial first down. Keep your money moving towards retirement with Smith Prudential Financial Services at 660-726-3396.
The design QB run there. Palmer takes the snap immediately. Takes off to the right, had a host of Warriors blocking out in front of him. Shea Miller with a really nice block. This has been the MO of the Warrior offensive attack.
To the left of his quarterback is Danner. Behind the quarterback is Mercer, and he's going to run up the middle. Just gets tripped up as he crosses the 15-yard line. There on the stop that time was Jensen. But again, it's about 4 yards picked up on first down by Mercer.
Yeah, another good run right up the middle by Mercer. Again, he's trying to get downhill, and that's exactly what happened right there. Straight up the middle, good gain there on first down.
Same formation. Warriors again will hand this one off to Mercer, trying to look for a small hole. Gets out of a tackle, loses the football, and we're going to wait and see who fell on it. It looks like the Warriors fell on it. It was Cutter Peterson that recovers the fumble just shy of the first down yard marker down at the 8.
Yeah, that ball popped right out. It looked like one of the Stanberry Bulldogs put their helmet right on the ball, and that's a nice tackle there. But that's 2 near misses for the Warriors. This time it was a fumble, but they were fortunate it bounced their direction. More often than not, if you lose a turnover battle, you lose the game. So the Warriors have got to hold on to the football here and finish this drive.
Shotgun formation. Danner to the right of his quarterback gets the handoff, falls forward, and looks like it's going to be enough for a first down. It's going to depend on the spot, though. I think we're going to have a stoppage come out and measure because it is really close down at the 7-yard line. They're going to do the eye test here first, which is kind of hard to do on Albany's field with the hump.
Yeah.
So they're going to end up calling the chains in. They're going to end up doing the measurement here. But it was Danner that got hit at the line of scrimmage and was just able to fall forward enough. And it makes it a really close spot here. And we're going to have to wait and see on the spot whether it's going to be a first down or whether it'll be a 4th and short. Coming onto the field here for the Warriors is Cole Finley. As Jared Owens will come off, the Warriors are going to be just short. And it will be a 4th and inches.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4th and about half a yard there. So this is a spot, common knowledge would tell you that just to trust Elliott Mercer to get you half a yard here, but we'll see what the Warriors do.
Warriors have done a little tush push in moments like this. But also watch out maybe for trying to get the Bulldogs to go offside. This time they are going to give it to Mercer. Rushes up the middle, and he's going to be held just short of the end zone as he picked up about 5 yards on 4th and inches and then down at the 2-yard line enough for another Smith Prudential Financial first down.
Well, that was a regular handoff there, but right as soon as Palmer got rid of it, he was back behind Mercer, pushing him forward. So definitely trying to get that momentum forward there. All Mercer had to do was fall forward, and he was going to get the first.
First and goal, shotgun formation. Mercer to the left of his quarterback, finds his way into the end zone. That's a Warrior touchdown. Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent, Tammy Wynn Siddons.
Another run right up the middle, and that's a nice response here for the Warriors. Stanberry went with the extra point. The Warriors do not have their extra point kicker, so they're going to have to go for two here, try and take the lead.
Yeah, Ricardo Koff has been injured the last 2 weeks or so and is missing from the lineup tonight, along with Grayson Miller, both absent from the sidelines. Shotgun formation, handoff to Mercer. Finds his way into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Warriors lead 8-7. 6:40 left to play here in the opening quarter of this MSHSAA 8-man District number 7 quarterfinal matchup. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV, a proud member of the MSHSAA Radio Network. Sublime Formal Wear is your homecoming, prom, and special occasion dress destination. Drop in Saturday 10 to 1 to browse their selection of short dresses or schedule a formal gown appointment for an unforgettable session tailored just for you. Sublime Formal Wear has hundreds of dresses in stock. Check out their Facebook page weekly for additional open hours. They're located at 115 South Polk on the west side of the square in Albany. Drop in, find them on Facebook, visit SublimeFlamingOBoutique.com, or call 660-851-1122 to start your journey to your perfect dress. Warriors lead by 1 here early in the first quarter. Both teams on their opening possession have taken it down and scored on runs by their big running backs. It was Pax Schieber for Stanberry, Elliott Mercer for Albany. This kickoff brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial Services. Sandholzer again, a straight line kick that's going to be kicked to Hilton, loses it, and he is able to fall on it right there, coming up to try and steal it away with Zayden Palmer, ends up making the tackle at the 28-yard line, and that's where Stanberry will start out their next drive.
Yeah, that was close. Palmer was just a couple feet away when Stanberry fell on that one, so really close play there, but Stanberry's going to take over here just outside of their own 30-yard line here, so trying to have a repeat performance of their first offensive drive. They put together a really good drive out there the first time, so trying to do more of the same.
Pax Schieber goes in motion as the wingback. He's going to get a pitch out to the right, trying to break it to the outside, and the Warriors do a nice job of trying to level him out, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard on the play as he ran from the right hash mark all the way across the field, out of bounds in front of the Stanberry bench, picks up a yard down to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, you know Pax Schieber is the target here on the Warrior for the Warrior defense. They don't want him to break a big play for a big gain. So whenever he gets the ball, he's going to have all the attention. Even sometimes when he doesn't get the ball, it's going to be all on him. I
formation, keeping it is Parman. He'll flip it out now to Schieber. Little triple option. Schieber on the near sideline, finally taken out of bounds as he crosses midfield down at the Albany 37-yard line.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more of that, I feel like, from Stanberry here in this game. Is a lot more misdirection, just trying to keep Albany off balance here. And they've been doing a nice job. It was a good first drive, and now, once again, they're in Albany territory, and looks like they're mounting another good drive here.
That's another first down brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial. We didn't see much triple option from Stanberry the first time these two teams played. Seen it a few times already. As Hilton, the down back, Schieber, the up back. He'll get the handoff this time to the outside. Now trying to cut it back inside. He'll be knocked down across the 35-yard line down to the 34. On the stop is Jace Palmer.
Yeah, that time they go a more traditional play, just a handoff to Schieber. He goes up the middle. A 3-yard gain. You'll take that on first down. Now they just got to pair that here on second down, get this to third and 4, third and 3. Just keep those chains moving. Get in a position where you can move the chains.
On a 2nd and 7 play, they're going to get a flag called here, I believe, against the Warriors for encroachment, and it is. Remember, during this penalty flag is brought to you by Sand Phillips and Shelter Insurance, where your auto, home, and life coverage is not a penalty.
Well, that's a good time to do it. Stanberry's been able to kind of run the ball however they please, and Albany's trying to get into the backfield there, and they got a little too antsy there, got him to jump off sides.
So from the 29-yard line, handoff will go to the right here to Schieber. He'll have enough for a first down, just shy of the 25-yard line, down to the 26, as Jay Anthony again on the stop for the Warriors.
Man, Stanberry, I mean, I don't know, they kind of look like I don't want to say an entirely different team, but they're just moving the ball so much better than what they started off in the first game. It took them a while to get going, and, man, they've just really hit the ground running here in this one.
I formation for Stanberry with Parman underneath center. Handoff to Schieber. Finds a hole to the right. Jukes out a player, and he's going to take this one to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. 4:55 left to play here in the first. Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent, Tammy Wynn Siddons.
Yeah, that was exactly what Albany didn't want to happen. They want to limit those explosive plays from Pax Schieber, and that was about as easy as it can get. Once he made one guy miss, it was pretty easy for Pax Schieber to go the rest of the way into the end zone.
Again, Simbro on for the extra point. And this one is going to be good, but a flag is down. Remember, this flag brought to you by San Phillips and Shelter Insurance, where your auto, home, and life coverage is not a penalty. We're going to wait and see what the penalty flag is, but they did say the field goal is good. So it is a 14-8 ball game, and we're going to find out what the penalty flag is here. Or if they're just going to pick it up or declined, or they're going to have a personal foul call here against Albany that is going to be assessed on the kickoff. So it is 14-8, 4:55 left here in the first quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolvis a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
So we didn't see what happened on the personal foul penalty, but it will now give Stanberry an opportunity to kick off from their or from the Albany 35-yard line. It's going to pin Albany deep, and it'll give Simbro an opportunity to either showcase his leg and kick it into the back of the end zone, or an onside kick. I mean, the Warriors still be starting about their own 25-yard line at the best. Simbro will kick this one off deep, and it will go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. And that kickoff is brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial. Kick off your future retirement by contacting Smith Prudential Financial Services at 660-726-3396.
Well, the Warriors coming back out for their second drive now, and so far 3 drives in, neither defense has had a response for the offensive attacks. The problem for the Warriors is they had one near fumble and then one fumble that they were lucky to get back. So ball security is going to be important here on this drive.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors from their own 15-yard line. Low snap here to Palmer, and he's going to get hit in the backfield. He's able to escape another tackle, and then his momentum is stopped, and the Warriors are going to lose 5 yards here on 1st down.
There's a low snap there to Palmer. Jay Anthony not playing both ways here in this one, dealing with some injuries. It's Dylan Anthony in at center, and he's coming off of some injury problems as well.
And so Jay Anthony started the game at center. Dylan Anthony came in here on this drive. Handoff to Mercer, gets away from one tackle, has a lot of room on the outside far sideline, and he's going to stiff arm another man at midfield, and he's got nothing but green grass ahead as he takes it in the end zone for a Warrior touchdown. 70 yards, Elliott Mercer, and he takes it to make this game a 14-14 tie.
Wow, well that was not a great start to the drive there for Albany, but the very next play, Elliott Mercer all the way down the sideline, the length of the field to tie this game up, and now the Warriors trying to reclaim the lead.
Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent, Tammy Wynn Siddons. Shotgun formation, Elliott Mercer to the left of his quarterback, Palmer. Carter Danner in at the wingback position. And this one a botched handoff. And Palmer was able to pick it up and got hit awkwardly as he goes down. And it is a tie game, 4:14 left to go here in the first quarter. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV. The Albany Booster Club is a group of people who come together to make a better experience for the Albany R3 students. They try to help students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, helping every Albany R3 student succeed in their field. The Albany Booster Club, joining together for the better of the Albany students. 4:14 left to go here in the opening quarter. We're tied at 14 all in this MSHSAA 8-man District number 7 quarterfinal matchup between the number 5 seed Stanberry and the number 4 seed Albany. Standholzer again set to kick off from his own 30-yard line. Back deep is Schieber at his own 15. This one again going to be angled to the right. This time it is picked up here by Quinn Jensen off the bounce. He's going to be taken down by Zayden Palmer right at the 35-yard line.
Good recovery there by Jensen. It looked like he, all the way until the tackle was made, he was bobbling that ball but able to hold on to it. And Stanberry coming out now for another offensive drive, and they've looked really sharp offensively. It's a tie game, but I think in terms of just coming out with a message, I think Stanberry has the edge here. They just looked a little bit sharper on offense than Albany.
I formation handoff is going to go to Hilton. I said Parman still had his hands on it as Hilton was being tackled and just had to kind of let it go as Hilton down in the backfield. A loss of 2 yards on the play as Jay Anthony came in to blow that play up on the triple option.
It's a nice job by Jay Anthony. He shot through that gap as soon as the snap was made, and that's a good play on first down, 2nd and 12 here. If the Warriors can keep this to a short gain, they'll be looking good on 3rd down.
Then goes to I formation here. Parman will take the snap, hands it off to Schieber, finds a hole. Now jukes out a player, now has nothing but green grass in front of him as Pack Schieber, Elliott Mercer exchange touchdown runs here with 3:27. Stanberry again takes the lead.
Yeah, just the Warrior defense. I mean, once Schieber got through the second level into the secondary, that was pretty much it. It wasn't even touched on his way into the end zone. And right now, Stanberry and Albany trading barbs here in the first quarter.
And it's all been Schieber and Mercer so far. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list home United Country Nelson Real Estate Agent Tammy Wynn Sid and Simbro again on for the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. 21-14, 3:27 left to go in the first quarter. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV. Nothing hits the spot like fresh, delicious food from Big A Bistro in Albany. From juicy burgers and loaded sandwiches to daily specials and sweet treats, there's something for everyone. Wash it down with an alligator ice, a cold drink, or ice cream, and you've got the perfect meal. Lunch, dinner, or dessert, make it Big A Bistro on 136 in Albany. And guess what? They're open late tonight after the game. So sack your hunger tonight at Big A Bistro. Big taste, big smiles, Big A Bistro. 21-14, Stanberry has the lead. And this kickoff is going to be brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial Services. So far here in this game, Elliott Mercer, 6 carries, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. His counterpart, Pack Schieber, 9 carries, 109 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, we told you there's going to be a lot of those two guys going forward, and so far neither defense has had an answer. The problem for the Warriors is they've had some near fumbles, and then they had a botched handoff on the 2-point conversion. So that's been the one problem area for Albany in this one. They've been moving the ball well, but that's something that you want to clean up if you're a Warrior fan.
Simbro on to kick off here on this Smith Prudential Financial kickoff. Onside kick is going to be recovered and fallen on at the 36-yard line. Falling on at that time for the Warriors is Landon Hawkins.
Yeah, a quick recovery there by Hawkins. Immediately just goes down. He was kind of backpedaling there on the recovery, so not really going to be able to do much on a return there. Goes down and gives the Warriors decent field position here for their next drive.
So Warriors start on their own 36-yard line with 3:25 left to go in the first. Warriors will go with Carter Danner to left of Palmer with Elliott Mercer behind Palmer. Faking the handoff, wide open, Will Fish here on the little play action. He's down inside the 20-yard line as he knocks down the tackler that time, Vincent Smithson, and he'll take it down to the 21-yard line in a big play-action pass, the first pass of the game by either team from Palmer to Fish.
Yeah, I mean, Albany's broken that out at different points in this season, and it seems like every time Will Fish is just wide open over the middle of the field, and there it worked once again for a big gain.
Wide out to the right is going to be Owens. Carter Danner to the right of his quarterback. Mercer behind Palmer. Mercer takes the handoff, trying to bounce it to the outside. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds just inside the 15, or right down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 on first down for the Warriors.
Mercer continues his effective day. Another 5-yard run there on first down. And, I mean, if the first quarter's been any kind of indicator, we might be in for a heck of a showdown between these two running backs.
Well, I know there's a couple of schools in the area that shoot off fireworks every time there's a touchdown. Glad we don't have that tonight. It'll be Danner to the left of his quarterback. He'll take the handoff up the middle, and he's going to be right at that first down marker, maybe just about a half a yard short. Down at the 12, needs the 11, so we'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
3rd and short situation here. Again, it's 4-down territory. So, again, the first thing at the front of your mind is the Warriors probably just going to give Mercer 2 chances here to get this, but we'll see here. It's Danner in the backfield.
Elliott Mercer is the wing back. Owens again wide out to the right. Palmer is going to keep this one himself, following Danner, his blocker, and he's going to get down to the 10-yard line. He'll pick up 2 yards and needed 1. It's going to be another Smith Prudential Financial first down here for the Warriors.
And that's really been a key to the success of the Warriors in the second half of the season. They've really been able to kind of evolve offensively. I think they always wanted to have this type of offensive look. They just struggled to really get that going until the second half. But the running game, especially with Jace Palmer, has really opened up here in the second half of the season.
On first down, handoff will go to Mercer up the middle, and he'll get wrapped up immediately as he took the handoff, still able to fall forward for about 2 yards. It was Jensen again on the stop that time for the Bulldogs. It brings up now a 2nd and 8 here from the 8-yard line. Or actually going to be a 2nd and 9. It'll be a second and 7, from the 8-yard line. Danner to the left of his quarterback with Mercer behind Palmer. Looking to pass again, Will Fish, and he's going to be just shy. Reached out for the goal line, but didn't do it in time. There on the stop was Parker Ginther, but it's a first down. And it'll be a 1st and goal from inside the 1-yard line for the Warriors.
They go play action again there, and this time not as much space there for Fish, but he did have a step on the defender, and just short of the goal line. Tried to get that ball across the goal line, but just couldn't quite do it before he was down on the ground.
So a 1st and goal. Mercer will get the handoff up the middle, takes it in for his 3rd score of the night. And it is a 21-20 ball game with just underneath a minute left in the first quarter.
Well, again, the heavyweight fight between these two teams continues right now. Just trading barbs one after the other here, and now the Warriors have the chance to take this lead if they convert a 2-point conversion.
Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. Great night for both of these running backs, the freshman Schieber and the junior Mercer. Faking the handoff to Mercer. Palmer able to walk his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Warriors lead 22-21. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV. Drips, leak, or big plumbing problems? Don't stress. Call Albany's family-owned business, Brown Plumbing. From repairs to installs, they've got the experience you can trust. And when it comes to heating and cooling, Brown Plumbing keeps your home comfortable year-round. Remember the name and number. Brown Plumbing, 660-726-5716. That's 660-726-5716. Quality you can trust right here at home. And welcome back out again here to MSHSAA 8-man District 7 football. And it'll be Sandholzer kicking off a high one that bounces, and it's going to be picked up here on the hop, and it was Vincent Smithson that just got wrapped up as he crossed midfield, and he was going to have a lot of room in front of him. Picked it up about his own 37 on the hop, and he'll take it to the 37-yard line here of Albany.
Yeah, it was Gavin Pickering who wrapped him up, and if he hadn't made that tackle, we might have seen the rare return on an onside kick, but Gavin Pickering saved it there, but it's going to be good field position here for Stanberry.
1st and 10 from the Albany 37, 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Hilton the down back, the wing back that time is Schieber. Handoff will go to Hilton, and he's going to be stopped after a short 1.5-yard gain. Elliott Mercer, Cutter Peterson there on the stop.
Again, nice first down play there by Albany, but they had one last drive too, and then Schieber was able to break one for a nice explosive play. And right now you're just kind of wondering who's going to blink first. I mean, both offenses have been running extremely well. Who's going to be the first one to slip up?
I formation yet again. Hilton the down back. Schieber the up back. Schieber will get the handoff, bounces the outside, finds a small crease. He's not going to try and cut it back upfield. Gets out of the tackle and then wrapped up and taken down inside the 20. Finally wrapping him up and pulling him down. That time for the Warriors is Porter Runnels. Down at the 18-yard line, enough for another Smith Prudential Financial first down for the Bulldogs. And I believe that is going to be the final play here of this opening quarter. So they do not need to take another snap, and they're going to go off the field. It will be a 22-21 Albany lead after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back to start the second when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small-town roots with a big-town feel. Looking for a place where the coffee's always hot and the welcome's always warm? Come on down to Deb's Dinky Diner in Albany. From hearty breakfast to home-style lunches, Deb's Dinky Diner serves up the comfort food you love. Whether you're fueling up for the day or winding down with friends, you'll always find a friendly face and a plate full of goodness. Stop by Deb's Dinky Diner in Albany, Missouri, where small-town charm meets big flavor.
Welcome back out here to Albany. MSHSAA 8-man District 7 quarterfinal matchup. Stanberry with the football, 1st and 10 from the Albany 18-yard line. They trail Albany 22-21 to start out the second quarter of play. I formation for the Bulldogs. Hilton the down back, Schieber the up back. And a triple option goes out to Schieber on the right. He's going to be taken and thrown down out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage there on the stop. That time for the Warriors is Jace Palmer.
Yeah, probably the best that the Warriors have defended the triple option play to this point in the game. Just kept pushing the ball carrier farther and farther to the sideline there, and he just ran out of room. And it's going to be no gain there on first down. The question is, actually a loss of a yard. The question is, can they get another stop here? So far, they've gotten a couple times in a row here. It's been good on first down, and then they let up a big gain on second down.
Warriors again try to time up the snap count. A penalty flag will fly. Remember, this penalty flag brought to you by San Phillips and Shelter Insurance, where your auto, home, and life coverage is not a penalty. It is going to be an offside here against the defense. And it'll bring up a 2nd and long 5 here for the Bulldogs.
Well, again, kind of what I was talking about earlier. I mean, Stanberry's been able to run the ball really well against the Warriors here. They're trying to get a push, time up that snap count, and sometimes you can just get a little bit too anxious and jump early.
I formation again. We'll go to Schieber. Waits for a hole to open. It does not as he's wrapped up and taken down. He'll lose another yard back to the 15-yard line. There on the stop is Cutter Peterson.
Yeah, nice job by the Warriors there. You just if you're a Warrior fan, you're just wishing you could have got that on second down and 11, because then it'd be 3rd and long here. Still 3rd and 7, so I mean moderate gain here that the Bulldogs will need. But we do know that Simbro can kick, so this could be field goal territory here.
I would say you're probably
up.
still in 4-down territory here at the 15-yard line, even with Simbro kicking. I'm not certain if he quite has the leg. As keeping it on the option that time on the triple option is Parman as he's going to get tripped up inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. Still going to bring up a 4th and 5, and Stanberry's going to have a decision to make, but it looks like they will go for it.
Yeah, I probably needed a little bit more. You're going to have to get out closer to the 10 probably before you thought about getting Sembro. We've seen his kicks. They've been pretty low, so a little bit too deep here, and it's going to be a 4th down and 5 here. Stanberry's going to have to pick up.
The Warriors did block one of his extra points in the game that they played 2 weeks ago in Stanberry. I formation, Parman underneath center. Looking to pass. Here comes pressure. Hit as he throws. It's behind the intended receiver that time and knocked away by the Bulldogs. The intended receiver that time was Aiden Graham, and it was, I believe, Jay Anthony there in the backfield that hit Parman as he was trying to get rid of the football.
Yeah, it was good pressure there by the Warriors, and that's what I was talking about earlier. You were wondering who was going to get the first stop, and it's the Warriors who have gotten the first stop, and now a chance to extend this lead that they have, this slim 1-point lead they're holding on to.
So 1st and 10 here for the Warriors from the 13-yard line. Warriors will put out 2 tight ends in Cole Finley and Will Fish, one on each side. Handoff will go to Mercer, trying to bounce it to the outside, and he's going to be turned around, still on his feet, carrying a Stanberry Bulldog, loses the football, but able to fall on it out of bounds. And I think he was going to have a first down till he fumbled it. It's going to be just short of the first down yard marker.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, actually, they are.
I take that back. They're going to go ahead and move the chains, and that is going to be a Smith Prudential Financial first down.
Well, the point remains. That's just something that you really. I mean, you're not always going to get the lucky bounces. The Warriors have to hold on to the football. I believe that's.
So they've had 3 now that they've gotten lucky bounce on. The oblong football will take funny bounces. Carter Danner to the right of his quarterback. Elliott Mercer behind Palmer, and Mercer gets the handoff, and he's going to continue to fight for yards, carrying Bulldog defenders across the 25-yard line down to the 27.
Well, again, that's what we've seen from Mercer all year. I mean, that was a short gain of about 3 there for Mercer. But, man, I mean, he earned it. He carried several Bulldog defenders basically the whole way for those 3 yards there.
2 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play, 22-21. It's a 1-point Warrior lead here in this MSHSAA 8-man District number 7 quarterfinal matchup. Cole Finley, tight end to the right. Will Fish, tight end to the left. Carter Danner to the right of his quarterback with Elliott Mercer behind Palmer. Handoff will go to Danner up the middle. And he's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. The Bulldogs, though, really trying to strip that football. They've seen the ball come out a few times and keep trying to strip that football away from the Warriors. That time, Danner able to hold on to it and picks up 2 yards, brings up now a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, 3rd and 5 here. The Warriors bring Zayden Palmer onto the field. And, of course, last week he had the long catch there to make it 64 to 54 before the Warriors converted the 2-point conversion here. So Warriors could look to pass here. It's not 4-down territory yet. They're not. They're still deep in their own territory, so they're going to have to pick up this first down.
3rd and 5 from the 28-yard line here, the Warriors. Palmer will take the snap with his brother out wide right. Late handoff to Mercer. And he's going to fight for yards. He's going to be maybe just short. It's going to depend on the spot here. And it's going to be enough for a first down. That's going to be another Smith Prudential Financial first down here by the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, that was just enough for a first down there. And I was going to say it was a really late flag.
I think that was a warning here against Stanberry. The players are a little too close to the field, so a sideline interference. So they're going to give them a warning. The next time that they're too close, there will be an actual penalty. That penalty flag, though, brought to you by San Phillips and Shelter Insurance, where your auto, home, and life coverage is not a penalty. Zayden Palmer will stay in the game wide out to the right with Will Fish, tight end to the left. Carter Danner to the right of his quarterback. Elliott Mercer behind his quarterback and Palmer. They'll take the snap, looking to pass. They find Zayden Palmer on a little comeback route. He'll catch it at the 36-yard line, and he's taken down there on the stop that time for the Bulldogs is Parker Ginther.
Yeah, nice route there by Palmer, able to create some space there on the curl route. Short gain there, but you'll take it. A gain of 3 on first down as long as they can, get at least that here on second down. set them up nicely on third.
Warrior offense trying to get something going to kind of open things up for Mercer. As on the 2nd and 7 handoff will go to Mercer here on the near sideline. And he is going to run over the defender Ginther at the 35-yard line. He's down to the 33.
Yeah, Mercer continues his day and his good day that he's having. I mean, every time that him or Schieber breaks through the hole, you think he might take it all the way for 6, but a nice tackle there to save an even bigger gain there by Mercer.
At first down, brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial, 227 rushing yards on 12 rushes for Schieber, 126 on 12 carries for Mercer, each with 3 touchdowns. Handoff again, goes this time to Danner up the middle. He'll cross the 30-yard line. He's down at about the 28. As the Warriors again pick up good yardage on first down, a gain of about 4.5. Brings up a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, the Warriors have been really efficient here on offense. It seems like they haven't had too many plays that really haven't gone anywhere. For the most part, they're picking up at least 3-4 yards every time and then mixing in the big explosive plays as well.
It'll be Mercer behind his quarterback, Palmer. Fakes the handoff. Palmer trying to juke out of some trouble in the backfield, and he's going to release just about a yard shy of the first down. And will bring up a 3rd and 1. Palmer had a bunch of pressure in the backfield and had to juke his way out of pressure and picks up enough yards to make this now a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, he really made something out of nothing there. It looked like he was going to be brought down in the backfield, but a nice job to evade some tacklers there and make this a 3rd and short.
Wide out to the left is Zayden Palmer. Jace Palmer will take the snap, hands this one off to Carter Danner. Had a small opening and it closed quickly. And he's taken down at the 21-yard line. Another 3-yard pickup, enough for another Smith Prudential Financial first down.
Well, again, the Warriors just keep being efficient on offense and once again moving the chains. And they've really been working well offensively. Aside from just the few fumbles that they've been able to recover, it's been really good. Other than that,
Carter Danner in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Palmer, nobody in front, waltzes his way into the end zone from 21 yards away. Warriors lead by a touchdown, 28-21.
Nice fake there by Palmer. Really, like you said, opened up a massive hole there in the line, and he was able to walk into the end zone. You could have driven a car through the hole that the offensive line opened up, and that's about as easy as it gets on a quarterback run.
Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you lift from United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. Mercer already has two two-point conversion runs already. Loses the football, falls on it. One gave a touchdown. One is saying no good. The referees are going to talk about this. We've got two differential things here. It is going to be a touchdown recovered by the Warriors. 2-point conversion is good, and it is a 30-21 lead here in favor of the Warriors with 5:51 left to play in the second quarter. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Whether you are meeting up with friends to shoot a game of pool, throw some darts, or maybe play some cards, Shadowfax in Albany has something for you. Shadowfax is your football game day headquarters with the game live on the big screen. Shadowfax is open 3 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and now open on Sundays during football season. So bring your friends on out to Shadowfax, just off of US 136 in Albany.
Lauren Sandholzer again to kick off here for the Warriors. Kick off your future retirement by contacting Smith Prudential Financial Services, 660-726-3396. Sandholzer has kicked a little squib or onside kick every time so far tonight. Assume he will yet again here. This one kicked to the other side, gets away, and it's going to be fallen on inside the 20-yard line. And it's Sam Simbro that falls on it back at his own 19-yard line.
Yeah, Sandholzer is able to really put some weird bounces on his kickoffs, and it gave Pattonsburg some trouble last week, and it gave Stanberry some trouble right there. But here on this next offensive drive for Stanberry, as it has been all game, first and second down are really important. They turned the ball over on downs last drive, and it was because they didn't go very far on first and second down.
Officials have a quick timeout here prior to the snap. I think it's because they didn't get the footballs changed out. Now that they do, with 5:47 left, it'll be Hudson Groomer that'll get on the ball to snap it here for the Bulldogs. Down back will be Hilton. Underneath center is Parman. In motion will go Schieber. Schieber will get the handoff, trying to cut it here to the near sideline. And he's going to be stopped and taken down. There on the stop that time was Jared Owens. A loss of 2 on the play brings up a 2nd and 12.
Yeah, so when you're a run-heavy team, you gotta move forward because you don't want to get in a situation where it's 3rd and passing and you're forced to throw the ball. We know that's not really one of Stanberry's strengths, so that's why on 1st and 2nd down is so important. So here on 2nd down, they're going to have to make up for those lost yards and try and get this to 3rd and 5 in that area.
Now in the shotgun here is Parman with Schieber in the backfield with him. Will keep it on the read option, and he's going to take this one up the middle. He's going to break loose. He's going to take this one all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Drew Parman that time on a 63-yard touchdown run.
Well, you can make the yards back, or you can just run it all the way across the field for a touchdown. That's exactly what Parman did right there. Nice run there right up the middle, and again, looks like we might be in for a high-octane offensive game here. The Warriors at 30, and now Stanberry trying to make it 28.
Not too often you hear it in 8-man, but right now the Warriors up by a field goal. An extra point yet upcoming here for the Bulldogs. Remember, you could score a touchdown, too, when you let your home United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. And they have a stoppage here before the snap. As Parman has something wrong that I think he's going to have to come out for a play, which there also is the holder. So that means Simbro also probably will come off and will not do an onside kick or an extra point attempt, maybe. Don't know exactly what they're.
Yeah, we're here.
So the Bulldogs are trying to figure out what they're doing here.
Yeah.
So it does look like Simbro off the field, Parman off the field, so it looks like Stanberry will go for 2. Believe it is Thor Cameron in at quarterback. I take it back. It is Simbro who was on the field, and he gets wrapped up and escaped as they blew the whistle at the 15-yard line. And the 2-point conversion will fail with 4:58 left to play here in the second quarter. 30-27 Warriors with the lead. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV. Want to relive some of Albany TV's greatest moments?
The full court shot, and he makes it! Oh my goodness, he makes it! His shot at the buzzer. Banks it!
Catch it online. Albany TV's YouTube page has almost every ball game from 2018 till today right at your fingertips. Watch classic broadcasts, cheer on your favorite teams, and share the memories with family and friends. Subscribe now to Albany TV-Mo on YouTube and relive the game. And welcome back out. MSHSAA 8-man District number 7 quarterfinal matchup here on Albany TV, a proud member of the MSHSAA Radio Network. 30-27 Albany with the lead. Sam Simbro on to kick off here for the Bulldogs. And back deep again is Clayton Griffin back in his own 10-yard line, back in his own 7. So far, minus the time where Stanberry kicked off from the Albany 35 after the personal foul. All of them have been onside kicks. This one will be as well. Takes a bad hop, and Gavin Pickering able to recover at his own 30-yard line.
Yeah, it really did take a bad hop, but nice job by Pickering to kind of slide down and scoop that one up as he was sliding. And, again, the Warriors now leading by 3. They've kind of solidified themselves in the leading position here. And offensively, they've been able to really have a ton of success. Stanberry hasn't really found an answer yet, especially for Elliott Mercer. So we expect to see a lot more of him on this drive. But Palmer and Danner have been making pretty good games for themselves as well.
This time out wide to the left will be Jared Owens. Carter Danner to the left of his quarterback, Palmer. Will Fish in its tight end. Low snap. Palmer picks it up. He'll take it out to the far sideline. He has one touchdown already. This time he's going to be knocked down but not before he crosses the Stanberry 30-yard line down to the Stanberry 29.
I think that's the second time the Warriors have run that play there, just a design quarterback run where Palmer's going to take the snap, immediately get to the outside with a bunch of blockers out in front of him, and both times it's really yielded a ton of yards there. And again, that one worked very well there that time.
That's another Smith Prudential Financial first down at the 21-yard carry by Palmer. This time handoff to Danner. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Gets away. Penalty flag flies as he's down right near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Danner just bounced off a tackle there, but like you said, flag on the play.
Remember, you can remember, this penalty flag brought to you by San Phillips and Shelter Insurance, where your auto, home, and life coverage is not a penalty. It's going to go against the Warriors at about the 25-yard line. So they'll be roughly a 1st and 14 here on the play.
Yeah, that one hurts because that was a good run by Danner. It looked like he was going to be met right in the hole, and he just completely bounced off the tackle and got a big chunk play, but it's going to be 1st and 14.
So 1st and 14 upcoming. And the Warriors are going to have this at their own, or at the Stanberry 35-yard line. Faking the handoff, looking to pass as Palmer rolling out. Finds Carter Danner on the far sideline. He's going to step out of bounds, though. He had a lot of room in front, but steps out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, it was just kind of a straight route a straight flat route to the sideline there, and just kind of ran out of room. Again, caught it right on the sideline and tried to cut it upfield, but just ran out of room there. But a good play, good short gain there on first down. So Warriors still have to make up a little bit of ground here on second.
So to bring up a 2nd and 13 now here for the Warriors underneath 4 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. Elliott Mercer will take the handoff up the middle, and there's no Bulldogs home as Mercer takes this one into the end zone for a touchdown. That is touchdown number 4 on the night for the junior running back.
Yeah, once again, Mercer has the ball, and there's just, a bunch of space in front of him. Again, not even touched on his way to the end zone, and the Warrior offense has really been working well here in this one.
36-27, Warriors lead, looking to add 2 more onto the board here for the Warriors with 3:49 left to play here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation, Elliott Mercer to the left of his quarterback, Palmer. Danner, the wing back, to the right. Faking the handoff, taking it into the end zone is Palmer, 38-26. It is now a 12-point Albany lead with 3:49 left to play in the second quarter. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany. It's 38-27. Back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
38-27, Albany with the lead. They lead here by 11 as Sandholzer set to kick off here in the Smith Prudential Financial kickoff. And it is going to be recovered here by Stanberry with a lot of room in front that time. Quinn Jensen, he's hit from behind. He's taken down, though, in Albany territory at the Albany 35-yard line, a 15-yard return at time for Jensen.
Yeah, nice return there by Jensen. That's a couple of times where he's threatened to take one back, and he sets up Stanberry in nice field position here. Stanberry has been holding their own here in this one, keeping up with Albany, keeping pace with them, and that was the problem for him last time. They just got down by such a large margin that they really couldn't stay competitive, so they're doing a much better job here in this one.
I formation, Parman underneath center, up back. This time is Schieber, and he's going to move early, and it's going to be a false start this time called against the Bulldogs. Remember, this penalty flag brought to you by San Phillips and Shelter Insurance, where your auto, home, and life coverage is not a penalty. It's going to push him back to midfield It'll be a 1st and 15 here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, those pre-snap penalties hurt because once again, Stanberry wants to run the ball, and when you start out 1st and 15, you're just making things harder on yourself, and you're putting yourself in a position where you might eventually have to try and do something you really don't do well, and that's try and pass the ball. So they're hoping for a good run here on 1st down.
Again, Parman will go underneath center. Schieber, the deep back, will get the handoff, trying to cut it back upfield, and he's going to be taken down by Porter Runnels as he crosses the original line of scrimmage. Picks up 7 yards on 1st and 15, brings up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it was a good run by Schieber there to make up those yards. But again, it's the same as if it was a 2-yard gain on 1st and 10. So got to try and get another one like that here on 2nd down, because if it's another short gain, you're looking at around 3rd and 8.
Underneath center, Parman in the I formation. And that time, Stanberry was a little slow to get off their blocks. Albany quickly able to pull down Schieber in the backfield. He'll lose 2 yards back to the original line of scrimmage, and will bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there. That play was just really slow to get going here and on there. And so now 3rd and 10. That triple option has worked well for the most part here for Stanberry. They could go to that. We'll see what they do here. They are on Albany's side of the field, so they do have that going for them.
I formation yet again as Schieber the up back, Hilton the down back. Parman rolls out looking to pass, looking deep, and pass is incomplete, looking for Aiden Graham right past the 1st down yard marker along the sideline. It'll bring up now a 4th and 10, and Stanberry has a decision to make at the Albany 35-yard line.
Yeah, I thought maybe they might try to go to the triple option again and at least pick up at least half of these yards to make it a 4th down and more manageable here, because they are on Albany's side of the field. So that play action there was trying to catch Albany off guard, but throw was just a little bit too far out of the reach of the intended receiver, and now it's 4th down and 10.
Stanberry breaks the huddle. 5 seconds left here on the play clock. 2 receivers out to the left here for the Bulldogs. In motion is Hilton. Parman looking to pass. Sees some pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Throws it deep. It's intercepted. Clayton Griffin on the interception. He's across the 25-yard line. Now across the Albany 30. A penalty flag flies as Clayton Griffin on the interception brings it to the Albany 33-yard line. We'll see what the penalty flag is. It's right near the original line of scrimmage. It was thrown, though, after the interception. So Albany, I believe, will end up with a football.
Yeah, that leads you to believe it's some kind of blocking penalty on the return. But we'll see here. The referees are talking about it here. But a nice play by the Warrior defense to get pressure on Parman, and they hit him as he threw, caused that throw to be offline.
Yeah, it kind of fluttered up in the air and was
Yeah.
just over the intended receiver that time, and Clayton Griffin there to pull it in for the interception. So they're still talking it over here on what the penalty flag is. They're going to go over and talk to Coach Hilton on the Stanberry sideline. So that makes you think it's going to be against the Warriors. So they have the decision to either accept or decline or whatever. But I believe since it is after the interception, you would figure that Warriors will end up with the football here.
Yeah, so I don't – it's a little confusing what they're talking about.
Okay, it's a personal foul blindside block after the interception by the Warriors, so it will push them back.
Well,
No, they call this against the Bulldogs on a blindside block.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it must have been giving Coach Hilton some kind of explanation there, because I was thinking, well, I mean, obviously he's going to take the penalty yards because, I mean, it was after the interception. So that I guess that's what they were doing, was just kind of explaining to him what the flag was for. But, man, it sets up Albany in really good field position here.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors from the Stanberry 32-yard line. After the interception that time by Clayton Griffin, it's an 11-point Warrior lead, 2:13 left here in the second quarter. Elliott Mercer to the right of his quarterback, Palmer. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left, hand off to Mercer, and he's going to try and bounce this to the outside, and he's taken down right near the 10-yard line. And it's another big run on first down by Mercer. And it's going to be a 1st and goal after that Smith Prudential Financial first down.
Yeah, this feels like it could be one of the moments in the game that the Warriors win you look back on and say that's kind of where they started the season momentum. A lot of coaches will say there's like 4 to 8 plays in a game that really decided, and that interception could end up being one of them.
That and the turnover on downs for Stanberry a couple of drives ago as well, which helped the Warriors make sure that they would have the lead. As Palmer keeping this one again on the read option, takes it into the end zone. Touchdown Warriors as Jace Palmer takes this one in from 10 yards away. And the Warriors now lead here by a score of 44-27. That is the second touchdown run of the night for Palmer. 8 carries, 67 yards.
Yeah, both offenses, for the most part, have been able to find success. The difference has been the Warrior defense has been able to pick up a few stops, and Stanberry has not been able to do that yet.
Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you live from United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. 2-point conversion, handoff to Mercer. Waltzes his way into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. It is a 46-27 Albany lead. 1:36 still left to play here in the opening half. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV. Ready to build, remodel, or repair? Trust Home Lumber Company in Albany, Missouri for all of your building needs. From quality lumber and hardware to tools and supplies, Home Lumber has everything you need to get the job done right. Serving Albany and the surrounding communities for generations, Home Lumber is proud to be your hometown partner for projects big and small. So whether it's a weekend fix-up or your dream build, stop by Home Lumber Company in Albany. Quality materials, friendly service built on trust. Warriors lead by 19 with just over a minute and a half left here in the opening half of play. As Lauren Sandholzer again set to kick off here for the Warriors. Back to receive the kick again is Schieber back at his own 15. Onside kick again is going to be grabbed by Quinn Jensen at the 30. This time wrapped up after a short yard gain. Cole Finley on the stop down to the 31-yard line.
So Stanberry's in just a little bit of trouble here. Albany has been finding some answers on defense. They've been able to get a turnover and a turnover on downs. Minute and a half left in the half, and Albany will get the second half kickoff. So Stanberry really needs to get some points here, risk Albany getting that second half kickoff and further extending this lead to begin the second half.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, 2 receivers out wide to the right. One of them, though, Max Hilton limping, and he'll be in motion. Parman takes this one himself up the middle, and it's Jace Palmer that's able to pull him down after a gain of 3 on the play, just short of the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Max Hilton is still really favoring it looks like his right leg, and you could see he's really feeling it out there on the field.
Again, he'll be lined up in the slot position to the right. Again, he'll go in motion. Handoff will go to Schieber as he tries to bounce the outside. Elliott Mercer pulls him down from behind. And Schieber down at the 37 as he's a little slow to get up after that hit. The 3-yard pickup. Flag, I believe, is going to come out as a horse collar tackle against Mercer. So that is going to give a first down here to the Bulldogs. Remember, this penalty flag brought to you by San Phillips and Shelter Insurance, where your auto, home, and life coverage is not a penalty.
Yeah, and that's a big personal foul there because it's going to keep its free yards here for Stanberry, and now they're inside the Warrior 30-yard line as they're trying to score here before the half ends.
Yeah, they're down to the Albany 28-yard line. It's a first down here for the Bulldogs. And keeping it himself is Parman as he bounces it outside as he gets out of a tackle. He'll take this one into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's a huge touchdown there for Stanberry to keep this one close with 49 seconds to go.
Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you list from United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. That is the second touchdown of the night for Parman as he matches Jace Palmer's touchdown total. Difference, though, Schieber has 3 touchdowns, Mercer with 4. Simbro again on to kick the extra point. Parman, the holder, low snap. He just gets it up, and it is good as Sam Simbro able to put it through the uprights. 46-34, 49 seconds left here in the second quarter. We're back with more when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV, a proud member of the Michigan Radio Network. If you're looking to join a stable and growing company, Johnson Controls in Albany is the place for you. They are currently hiring for multiple positions, including welding, electrical, and general assembly. Johnson Controls offers excellent benefits: medical, dental, vision, life insurance, 401k, health savings account, and paid holidays. Apply now at www.johnsoncontrols.com to join their winning team. With 49 seconds left and 3 timeouts, the Warriors have an opportunity to put up another score on the board and go up by 20 going into halftime, with an opportunity to start out with the football to start out the second half. It'll be Sam Simbro on to kick off. This kickoff brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial. Kick off your future retirement by contacting Smith Prudential Financial Services at 660-726-3396. Simbro will kick off here for the Bulldogs. Onside kick recovered here by Landon Hawkins, and he'll fall on it on his own 36-yard line.
Yeah, that was, of course, Stanberry's going to take the points when they have a chance to. But that was the one thing. They scored really quick there, and Simbro has only kicked deep once, and it was whenever they were kicking from the Warrior 35-yard line. So it's good field position here for the Warriors with 2 timeouts. They have plenty of time to score here before half.
2 receivers out wide to the left, Jared Owen and Carter Danner. 1 receiver to the right, Zayden Palmer. Elliott Mercer in the backfield behind his quarterback, Jace Palmer. Snapping is Dylan Anthony. Handoff will go to Elliott Mercer. Finds a couple of blocks. He'll go up the middle of the field, and he's taken down just short of the 25-yard line. And a timeout is going to be called here by the Warriors. Their first Petty John Auto Center timeout taken here of the night, as they're going to take they gave the Warriors good spot, put them down at the 23-yard line. We'll be back after this Petty John Auto Center timeout here on Albany TV.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
41 seconds remain here in the opening half. 46-34, Warriors with the lead. They have a 1st and 10 after the big run by Elliott Mercer of 21 yards. Gives the Warriors another Smith Prudential Financial first down. An opportunity to go up 20 points and get the second half kickoff as well. 2 receivers to the right, Palmer and Danner. Wide out to the left is Owens. Jace Palmer in the backfield along with Mercer. Looking deep for Zayden Palmer. And this one is going to be just incomplete, out of his reach. A little too far inside, as Zayden Palmer had a step that time on the defensive back, Parther Ginther, but it'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, they had Zayden Palmer open deep down the field there. Throw was just a little bit too far to the middle of the field. I think he was expecting that to be kind of closer to the back right pylon, and it's just a little bit too far out of his reach.
Zayden Palmer now lined up wide to the left. Will Fish tied end to the right. Danner to the left of his quarterback. Mercer behind his quarterback. Low snap, and Palmer able to pick it up, is down at the 25-yard line. A penalty flag also will fly. And around the line of scrimmage, we'll see what the penalty flag is. And it is going to be a face mask called here against the Bulldogs. So this penalty flag brought to you by San Phillips and Shelter Insurance, where your auto, home, and life coverage is not a penalty.
So the Warriors had a personal foul that gifted Stanberry some free yards, and now Stanberry is going to return the favor.
And they're going to put this down at the 18-yard line here. So not quite yet enough for a first down, but it will be a repeat down. So 2nd now and 5, as the handoff will go up the middle that time to Mercer, and He's going to take it just shy the 15-yard line down to the 16, and we're going to have another Petty John Auto Center timeout taken by the Warriors. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter Agents and Phillips in Albany for a free personal protection review.
And welcome back out again here to Albany, coming out of the Petty John Auto Center timeout. Albany with the football, a third and I have it as a 3rd and 3, but they have 4th and 3 on the. Now they're going to change it. It is 3rd and 3 now from the 16-yard line. Warriors still do have one timeout remaining. Palmer takes a snap, rolling out to the right behind his blocker, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield down at the 18. And the Warriors will use their final Petty John Auto Center timeout with 10 seconds remaining as Palmer loses 2 yards on the play back to the, or 4 yards on the play back to the 18. And we'll be back after another Petty John Auto Center timeout here on Albany TV.
In life, as in sports, there's nothing like a good coach to help you achieve your goals. Someone you can turn to for guidance, someone with a game plan to help you build up the financial strength you need for retirement, family security, and life. With a Prudential financial professional, that's what you get. Someone who can help you build a financial strategy. To get started, contact me, Nick Smith, the financial advisor with Prudential at 660-726-3396.
4th and 3 upcoming here for the Warriors from their 18-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Alone in the backfield is Jace Palmer. In motion will go Carter Danner. Fakes the handoff. Looking to the right for Zayden Palmer on the screen. And he is not going to be able to have enough for a first down. Loses the football, picked up by Shea Miller, who tried running it into the end zone, but they're going to call Palmer down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a turnover on downs and a big stop defensively at time for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was. They had that screen pass kind of snuffed out there from the very beginning, and that feels like a missed opportunity here for the Warriors. They had a chance there deep in Stanberry territory to go 2 for 1, and they just couldn't quite finish it off here, and it looks like we're going to go into the second half with the Warriors leading by 12.
Stanberry will go I formation with Parman underneath center, Hilton the down back, Schieber the up back. And they're just going to kneel this one out and take it into halftime. It is a 46-34 Albany lead as we go to halftime. Remember, tonight's halftime is brought to you by Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. And also, remember that Albany Hy-Vee is proud to support Warrior Athletics. They're committed to serving the community with fresh food, friendly service, and strong local partnerships. And also want to remind you that cheerleaders are going to be competing tomorrow in Columbia at the MSHSAA Performance State Competition. That'll be taking the mat at 8 a.m. at the Hearns Arena in Columbia. They will compete in the 1A small division. Once again, the largest division of the entire competition. It's a 3-minute routine that includes dance, a cheer, and several stunts. The girls have been putting in a lot of hard work and lots of extra hours on their routine. So we wish them the best of luck tomorrow at the Hearns Center in the MSHSAA Performance State Competition. Again, good luck to the Albany Warrior cheerleaders. Here at the half, it's a 46-34 Albany lead. We're back with the Albany Hy-Vee halftime when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV. If you are in the market of buying or selling your home, farm, or hunting property, contact Tammy Wynn-Siddons of United Country Nelson Real Estate. Tammy and the entire team of agents at United Country Nelson Real Estate in Gentry, Harrison, Mercer, Worth, and Davies counties can help you find the right property for your needs. Call Tammy Wynn-Siddons today to buy or sell your property at 660-726-8104. Check out all of United Country Nelson Real Estate's current listings at nelsonsoldit.com. Kathy Sneed at Acres of Hope LLC in Albany, Missouri provides compassionate counseling and therapy to help you navigate life's challenges. Kathy specializes in trauma and PTSD, child and behavioral issues. Call Kathy at Acres of Hope at 660-285-4844. That's 660-285-4844. Acres of Hope LLC, because every journey deserves hope. Hungry for real mouth-watering barbecue? Head on over to B&B Barbecue in Albany. From tender pulled pork and juicy brisket to ribs that fall right off the bone, every plate is packed with flavor you'll come back for again and again. And don't forget to try their amazing loaded fries, piled high with your favorite meat. They're a meal within themselves. Whether you're grabbing lunch with friends, taking dinner home for the family, or catering your next big event, B&B Barbecue has you covered. So skip the ordinary, taste the tradition at B&B Barbecue in Albany. Brighten any day with the Briar Patch in Albany, Missouri. From fresh flower bouquets and custom arrangements to charming home decor and unique gifts, the Briar Patch is something special for every occasion. Whether it's birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, or just because, the Briar Patch's friendly team makes it easy to find the perfect way to show you care. Stop by the Briar Patch in Albany, your hometown flower and gift shop where small town charm blooms every day. East Fork Lodge in Albany, Missouri is pleased to announce the opening of its new rec center. It has 2 spacious suites, each equipped with 2 queen beds, a pull-out sofa, kitchenette, microwave fridge, and dining area. Guests have access to half-court basketball, pickleball, workout facilities, and a game room offering billiards, ping pong, air hockey, foosball, and shuffleboard. For details on the rec center, lodging, or the Legacy Event Center wedding venue, contact bookings at eastforklodge.com or visit our website at www.eastforklodge.com.
Looking for something fun and trendy? How about something to wear to cheer on your Warriors or the Chiefs? JC Designs in Albany has it all. JC Designs in Albany has something for you to wear to work, to the ball game, and even for a night on the town. JC Designs is located 1 block west of the square in downtown Albany, or you can check out their website at j-c-designsmo.myshopify.com.
Looking to grow your future close to home? At Lone Star Investments in Albany, Missouri, Tanya is there to help you build lasting financial security. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, or just getting started, Tanya offers personalized guidance every step of the way. Stop by Lone Star Investments today, where your goals are their priority. Because investing isn't just about money, it's about peace of mind. Lone Star Investments, Albany, Missouri. Secure your tomorrow starting today. And welcome back out again here to Albany as we are at the half, and it is a lead here in favor of the Warriors, 46-34. I'd like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast tonight here on Albany TV. BTC Bank, Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany and the Hogue Lumber Company in Albany. The Albany Hy-Vee, Smith Insurance and Smith Prudential in Albany. United Country Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, Agent Tammy Wynn Siddons in Albany. Shelter Insurance Agent Sam Phillips in Albany, along with Johnson Controls in Albany. The Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. Sublime Formal Wear on the west side of the square in Albany. East Fork Lodge and Legacy Event Center. Papa's Family Restaurant. Kathy Sneed with Acres of Hope LLC. JC Designs just off the square in Albany. B&B Barbecue on 136 in Albany. Lone Star Investments on the square in Albany. Shadowfax on 136 in Albany. Brown Plumbing and Deb's Dinky Diner, both of Albany. The City of Albany, Big A Bistro on 136 in Albany. Williams Construction, the Albany Booster Club, the Albany and Stanberry School Districts, and the Printery New Shopper located in Albany. And Brett, we talked about it in our BTC Bank pregame that this game was going to be a game of the running backs. It was Pax Schieber for Stanberry and Elliott Mercer for Albany. And on the first 3 possessions, that's exactly what it was. Pax Schieber ended up having 3 touchdowns on the first 3 series on the night for Stanberry. Elliott Mercer, 3 touchdowns on the first 3 series for the Warriors. As it sits right now in the game, Elliott Mercer, 16 carries, 203 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jace Palmer right behind him, 9 carries, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carter Danner, 6 carries, 23 yards. And then for Stanberry, Pack Schieber, 16 carries, 133 yards, 3 touchdowns. Drew Parman, 6 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. Max Hilton, 2 carries for -1 yard. The difference also, Jace Palmer, 5 for 6 passing for 36 yards. Drew Parman, 0 for 2 through the air so far. Will Fish has 2 catches for 30 yards. Carter Danner, 1 catch for 3 yards. Zayden Palmer, 2 catches for 3 yards.
Yeah, and Drew Parman also has an interception to his total
Yes.
as well. So that's been the lone turnover here in this game. Albany's had some near misses. I think 2 fumbles and then 1 that was ruled that he was down by contact. So almost 3 fumbles, but 2 for sure. So that's something that you got to clean up if you're Albany, because the ball is always not going to bounce your way. But other than that, it was really well done offensively for the Warriors. They scored on every drive but the last one where they turned it over on downs with 2 seconds to go in the half. And their defense has both defenses have struggled here in this one. Stanberry struggled more so than Albany because Albany's got the turnover, and they have, I believe, got 2 turnover on downs as well. But the difference is they've been able to get the key stops because both offenses, for the most part, have been working really well. The Warrior defense has just been a little bit better here in this one than Stanberry.
Yeah, and it's really the biggest plays of the game were on, I think it was Stanberry's 4th drive of the night, or maybe 5th, that it was Albany that was able to get a turnover on downs. Then, as you talked about it, 2 series later, there was an interception by Clayton Griffin. But then I would say the next big one was that stop there on 4th down right before the halftime break for Stanberry, kept the Warriors leading by 12 instead of going up 20 with again, getting the football to start out the second half.
Yeah, that's one of those plays where if Stanberry ends up winning, they're going to look back on that as a really big stop for them. Again, it was the first stop they got of the game, first turnover on downs. So, yeah, that was huge. If it would be better for Stanberry if they came out and got the second half kickoff, because they got a little momentum back there with the stop. They could get it back down to a one-possession ball game. Albany's going to get it to start the second half, and if Albany's able to return back to form, get this back up to 3 possessions, it's going to be a problem here for Stanberry because, again, they've just got the 1 stop, and Albany really hasn't showed any signs of slowing down.
Yeah, and again, it's a game where, we talked about it. Both teams want to keep the ball on the ground. So far, that is exactly what has happened for both of these 2 teams. So far, for Albany, they have 37 carries for 309 yards, just 6 pass attempts for 36 yards for Stanberry, 25 carries for 258 yards, and they've had 2 attempts for no yards through the air. So, again, both teams doing exactly what they want to do. I would say that the Warriors were kind of upset with their defense at the beginning of the game. Pack Schieber, Drew Parman both broke some big runs. I would say Stanberry says the same thing. But the Warriors kind of methodically would move the ball down the field a couple of times and then were able to score. But they did have a couple of big runs as well, including a 70-yard touchdown run by Elliott Mercer on a 1st and 15.
Yeah, there was, I think, 2 drives there where both teams kind of traded quick scores there. And with both teams' play styles, the clock's going to keep moving here. So if Stanberry wants to stay competitive here, they really need to stop coming out of the halftime break because if it gets much more than 3 or 4 possessions, just because both these teams like to run the ball so much, they're going to be really hard-pressed to mount a comeback here because the clock's just not going to allow the time for it. So they're really hoping for a big stop coming out of the break.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and look at some of the scores from around 8-man football tonight. In District Number 1, there in the second quarter, Greenfield was leading New Heights 50-22. In District Number 2, in the second quarter, Lincoln was leading Osceola 50-0. Also in District Number 2, Drexel was leading Rich Hill 56-0. So some big leads in District Number 2 in the second quarter. District 7, again here at the half, we have Albany leading Stanberry 46-34. In the other game at the half, King City leads over Princeton 46-32, a little bit closer than I think some would anticipate in that one. In District 8, it is a tie game at the half between Schuyler County and Keatsville as they're tied at 18. District number 6 at the half, East Atchison leads over Platte Valley 30-20. And at the half, Mound City leads over North Andrew 30-0, also in District number 6. In District number 5, DeKalb leads a close one over Stewartsville Osborne in the second quarter, 14-8. District 4, another close one at the half. Orick leads over Northland Christian 8-6. No scores yet from District number 3 between Sweet Springs and Santa Fe, and St. Paul Lutheran and Slater. Giving you some updates from state softball action today. It was Gallatin in Class 1 that picked up a 10-0 win over Halfway. Princeton lost on a really bad ending for them. They lose 5-3. If you want to know how they lost, go check out our Twitter page. It was a game-tying home run that was robbed at the fence to end the ball game for St. Elizabeth. So go ahead and check that out. Misha put that out. We shared it on our Twitter page. Go ahead and check that out. They will play Halfway in the third place game. They are a little behind in Springfield at the moment. That third place game not scheduled to start for another 50 minutes down in Springfield. So it'll be a late one for that Princeton Halfway third place game down at the Misha State Softball Championships down there. Gallatin, again, will play tomorrow against St. Elizabeth in Class 1 for the state championship. Also, in Class number 2, it was Mid-Buchanan that defeated Montgomery County 6-0 today. South Harrison won over, actually they had Montgomery County down both. South Harrison won as well today, 16-0. Mid-Buchanan, South Harrison will play for a state championship tomorrow down in Springfield, as will Gallatin. So a possibility that Class 1 and Class 2 winners will come from the Northwest Missouri area. A great thing for softball here in the Northwest Mo area. As we get set to start out the second half, we'll be back with more. Remember your halftime tonight here on Albany TV, brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Albany Hy-Vee is proud to support Warrior Athletics. They're committed to serving the community with fresh food, friendly service, and strong local partnerships. Whether you're hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's also has daily lunch specials with the lunch buffet on Wednesdays. Make sure you leave room for dessert, though, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
Sublime Formal Wear is your homecoming, prom, and special occasion dress destination. Drop in Saturday 10 to 1 to browse their selection of short dresses or schedule a formal gown appointment for an unforgettable session tailored just for you. Sublime Formal Wear has hundreds of dresses in stock. Check out their Facebook page weekly for additional open hours. They're located at 115 South Polk on the west side of the square in Albany. Drop in, find them on Facebook, visit SublimeFlamingoboutique.com, or call 660-851-1122 to start your journey to your perfect dress. The Albany Booster Club is a group of people who come together to make a better experience for the Albany R3 students. They try to help students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, helping every Albany R3 student succeed in their field. The Albany Booster Club, joining together for the better of the Albany students. Nothing hits the spot like fresh, delicious food from Big A Bistro in Albany. From juicy burgers and loaded sandwiches to daily specials and sweet treats, there's something for everyone. Wash it down with an alligator ice, a cold drink, or ice cream, and you've got the perfect meal. Lunch, dinner, or dessert, make it Big A Bistro on 136 in Albany. And guess what? They're open late tonight after the game. So sack your hunger tonight at Big A Bistro. Big taste, big smiles, Big A Bistro. Drips, leak, or big plumbing problems? Don't stress. Call Albany's family-owned business, Brown Plumbing. From repairs to installs, they've got the experience you can trust. And when it comes to heating and cooling, Brown Plumbing keeps your home comfortable year-round. Remember the name and number. Brown Plumbing, 660-726-5716. That's 660-726-5716. Quality you can trust right here at home.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small-town roots with a big-town feel.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set to start out second half action here on Albany TV, a proud member of the MSHSAA Radio Network. It's a 12-point lead here in favor of the Warriors as we get set to kick off the second half here in just a moment. Remember, role models are more important than ever in today's society, and you can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving the fine sports traditions. So next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message brought to you by your friends of Missouri State High School Activities Association and Albany TV. So as we get set to start out the second half kickoff, this kickoff is brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial. Kick off your future retirement by contacting Smith Prudential Financial Services at 660-726-3396.
Well, this upcoming drive feels like a pretty big one. Stanberry trying to get their second straight stop after getting their first stop of the game just before the first half ended. Albany trying to get this back up to a 3-possession game.
It'll be Simbro that'll kick off. Stanberry will kick off from right to left to start out the second half. A play back deep to receive the kick, I believe, again, is Clayton Griffin back in his own 5-yard line. So far, Simbro has yet to kick off deep other than the one time. This time they do kick deep, and Griffin will catch at his own 11-yard line. Gets out of a couple of tackles. He gets across the 25-yard line, across the 30, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. There on the stop that time for the Bulldogs is Max Hilton.
Yeah, nice return there by Griffin. And here we go, first drive of the second half here. And it felt like there at the end of the first half, Stanberry got a little bit of momentum back in their favor, and they could really take control of the momentum here in this one if they get a stop here on this drive. So big drive upcoming.
Wide out to the left is Owens. To the left of his quarterback is Carter Danner. Elliott Mercer about 2 yards behind his quarterback Palmer, as Dylan Anthony still in at center here for the Warriors. Will Fish is tight end to the right. Snap to Palmer, handoff goes to Mercer, breaks free, and Mercer on the first play of the second half takes this to the end zone for a Warrior touchdown, 45 yards, and it's a 52-34 lead in favor of Albany.
Yeah, it's pretty big. They completely take that any momentum that Stanberry was trying to build with that stop to end the half and just completely slam the door on that and send a message on the first play of the second half.
Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you live from United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. Elliott Mercer to the left of his quarterback Jace Palmer in the shotgun. Carter Danner wing back to the right. Fakes the handoff to Mercer. Palmer takes this one and is stopped at the goal line. 2-point conversion, no good. It is an 18-point lead, though, in favor here of the Warriors, 52-34. 15 seconds gone in the third quarter. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV. Looking for a place where the coffee's always hot and the welcome's always warm? Come on down to Deb's Dinky Diner in Albany. From hearty breakfast to home-style lunches, Deb's Dinky Diner serves up the comfort food you love. Whether you're fueling up for the day or winding down with friends, you'll always find a friendly face and a plate full of goodness. Stop by Deb's Dinky Diner in Albany, Missouri, where small-town charm meets big flavor. That was touchdown number 5 on the night for Mercer, just 2 yards shy of 250 on the night on just 17 carries. And it will be Lauren Sandholzer on to kick off for the Warriors. Remember, this kickoff brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial. Sandholzer has yet to kick deep so far. This one, an onside kick. And is going to bounce, and falling on it on his own 32-yard line that time is Quinn Jensen. Have to take that back. They're going to put it at the 31-yard line is where Jensen fell on it.
Well, Stanberry got the stop there on that two-point conversion, but it's still back up to a 3-possession game. We said in the halftime that Stanberry wants to keep this at no greater of a deficit than 3-4 possessions. So really need to try and get a score here because, again, both teams want to run the ball, so the clock is going to be ticking here a lot in this one.
2 receivers wide to the right. Hilton will be the slot receiver. Schieber just about a yard behind his quarterback. Hilton comes in motion. Handoff to Schieber. He'll escape a tackle in the backfield. He's breaking loose, and it's going to be a fight to see who's going to have the leverage, and making the stop that time is a mixture of Clayton Griffin, Elliott Mercer, as Schieber down at about the 10-yard line. And I think that he's going to be down, not getting up, as he's slow to get up at the 12-yard line. I said Elliott Mercer was trying to take a angle to stop him. Clayton Griffin kind of stopped him, and Elliott Mercer kind of finished it off. And Schieber will slowly walk back to the Stanberry sideline after the big run down to the 12-yard line of Albany.
Well, he is walking back to the sideline, so he's definitely going to get checked out because he was down on the ground for so long, but it's good to see him walking on his own with no assistance or anything.
A 37-yard carry that time by Schieber. Brings up a 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. I formation here for the Bulldogs. And this time a handoff is going to go to Thor Cameron as he's going to be tripped up down. It was Max Hilton on the handoff that time as he's going to be tripped up for a loss of a yard down to the 13-yard line as Jared Owens picks up the stop that time for the Warriors.
And now Stanberry trying to continue onward here without who's been their biggest weapon here in this game, Pax Schieber, trying to find a way to finish off this drive.
Pax Schieber back out on the field here for the Bulldogs. With 2 receivers to the left, Hilton will go in motion. Handoff goes to Schieber, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. First man there for the Warriors was Shea Miller, kind of slowed him up. And they're going to mark him down at the 13-yard line.
Well, yeah, it's good to see Schieber back on the field. Of course, completely missed him running back out on the field. Didn't expect to see him back so fast because he was on the ground for quite a while there, so must have just got his bell rung a little bit, and now he's good to go here. But 3rd down and long here upcoming for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 11 from the 13-yard line. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. I formation yet again for the Bulldogs. Hilton the down back. Schieber is the up back. Parman looking to pass. Gets the throw off. Tipped. Almost caught after the tip that time. Looked like they were trying to get it to Hilton again. Clayton Griffin gets his hands on the football to knock it away.
Yeah, it was a little bit too far out of the reach of Griffin there. I thought for a minute he was going to be able to nab his second interception of the game, but he almost tipped it up high enough that the Bulldogs were going to be able to haul that one in for a touchdown, but not to be here. And it's 4th down and long once again for the Bulldogs, so it's big play upcoming here for Stanberry.
9:46 left to play here in this third quarter. In motion goes Schieber. Now he's looking to pass. Looking across the field for Parman. He'll bring it in, and he is going to be into the end zone. Touchdown on a halfback pass. Back to the quarterback for a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was kind of a desperate situation there for Stanberry. It's 4th down and long. They kind of have their backs against the wall here, facing a deficit of Albany, and they needed a play just like that, and they got it.
Again, Sam Simbro on for the extra point opportunity. Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you list from United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn-Siddons. And this one is blocked. Jay Anthony comes in and blocks this one. And it is a 52-40 lead in favor of the Warriors. 9:39 left to go in the third. Back with more in a moment here on Albany TV, a proud member of the Misha Radio Network.
Whether you are meeting up with friends to shoot a game of pool, throw some darts, or maybe play some cards, Shadowfax in Albany has something for you. Shadowfax is your football game day headquarters with the game live on the big screen. Shadowfax is open 3 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and now open on Sundays during football season. So bring your friends on out to Shadowfax, just off of US 136 in Albany.
And welcome back out to Albany as we get set for another Smith Prudential Financial kickoff here by the Bulldogs. Sam Simbro on to kick off. Last time he kicked it deep, and it was Clayton Griffin that caught it at his own 11-yard line, returned it out to the 35. We will see if Simbro will kick it deep yet again or if he'll onside it like he has most of the night. This one is going to be angled out to the left. It's caught at the 21-yard line here by Zayden Palmer along the far sideline, pushed out of bounds right near the 35. They're going to mark him down at the 34-yard line.
Well, Stanberry offensively has done a nice job in the game. They got back on the board here in the second half on that last drive. Now, defensively, they just have to try and find some answers here to slow the Warriors down. They just had the one stop right before halftime and looking to get another one here to get a chance to eat into this lead a little bit more.
So far, 7 touchdowns on the ground tonight for the Warriors. 5 from Elliott Mercer, 2 from Jace Palmer. Carter Danner lines up to the left of his quarterback, Palmer, with Elliott Mercer right behind Palmer. Tight end to the right is going to be Fish. And again, Mercer is going to break it. This time, he'll take it from 46 yards into the end zone. His 6th touchdown of the night.
Wow, Elliott Mercer is really carving out a special game for himself right now. He's already to that point, but now you're just wondering how much farther can he go. 6 touchdowns here in those last
294 yards.
Yeah.
6 touchdowns on just 18
I was
carries.
going to say those last 2 carries have really improved the yards per rush average.
He has a touchdown of 46, 45, and 70 so far on the night. 2-point conversion attempt upcoming. Handoff. Guess who? Mercer takes it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Warriors go up 20-60. The 40 with 9:26 left in the third. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn-Siddons. Back with more in a moment.
Want to relive some of Albany TV's greatest moments?
The full court shot, and he makes it! Oh my goodness, he makes it! His shot at the buzzer. Banks in!
Catch it online. Albany TV's YouTube page has almost every ball game from 2018 till today right at your fingertips. Watch classic broadcasts, cheer on your favorite teams, and share the memories with family and friends. Subscribe now to Albany TV-Mo on YouTube and relive the game.
9:26 left to play here in this third quarter. Warriors go up 20 points, and it'll be Lauren Sandholzer on to kick off. Remember, kick off your future retirement by contacting Smith Prudential Financial Services, 660-726-3396. Onsided, picked up here again by Quinn Jensen. This time breaks loose for a little bit before he's taken down, that time by Clayton Griffin at the 36-yard line, a gain of 3 on the return.
Well, looking at Albany now, defensively, you're trying to get a stop because, offensively you've been able to really do whatever you want, but you're trying to put Stanberry away. This is the exact thing that Pattonsburg couldn't do to Albany last week, was just put the game away. They kept letting Albany hang around, and now Albany trying to get a stop here.
I formation, Hilton the down back, up back is Schieber. He tries to find a hole, can't find one as he's going to be pushed back, a loss of a yard. Cutter Peterson, J. Anthony, Porter Runnels, Elliott Mercer, all there in on the stop for the Warriors.
Yeah, it's a good first down play by the defense, and this is exactly what the Warrior defense wants to get Stanberry, and they want to get him in second and long, third and long, try and make him have to do something they're not super comfortable with.
Two receivers to the left are going to be Graham and Hilton. Schieber behind his quarterback. This time, Parman keeping it himself, gets out of one-arm tackle, and he'll carry a defender down to the first down yard marker. They're going to mark him just shy, about a yard short. There on the stop, Carter Danner.
Yeah, a couple of Warriors had Parman wrapped up there, it looked like, but Parman able to just keep running forward and break out. So now it's going to be third down and short here for Stanberry, and given their positioning on the field, unless it's a bad snap or something, they're going to have two chances at this short yardage situation.
Parman underneath center, wing back will be Schieber. Down back is Hilton. Hilton gets the handoff, and he's going to fall forward enough for a first down as he'll pick up 2 yards on a 3rd and 1, and that is going to be another Smith Prudential Financial first down here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice run by Hilton. He got met in the right at the line of scrimmage there, but like you said, able to fall forward there, pick up a few extra yards to move the chains here and give the Bulldogs a fresh set of downs.
So 1st and 10, again, it will be Graham and Hilton out to the left. Hilton in the slot position. He will come in motion. And Parman keeps this one himself, rushing up the middle. He'll get down to the 31-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play.
Slow developing run there by Parman. It was by design, I believe, just trying to wait and see where the hole opened up there, and got a modest gain, 2-yard gain there, looking to get a little bit more here on second down.
So on a 2nd and 8, again, it will be Parman and Hilton out to the left. Schieber stationed behind his quarterback as Hilton goes in motion. Hand off to Schieber. Tries to slip through the hole, and he's going to take this one down inside the 30-yard line, down to the 27. Ball pops out at the end. Warriors pick it up, but they're going to say Schieber was down before the ball pops out, brings up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Schieber was fighting for some extra yards there, but yeah, either he was down or forward progress was stopped, one of the two there, and that ball came out just way too late for the Warriors to have a claim to a turnover there.
Actually, be about a 3rd and 4 upcoming here for the Bulldogs from the 27-yard line. I formation, Parman underneath center. Hands this one off to Schieber. And a bunch of Warriors in the backfield are going to pick him up and throw him back. There on the stop, Elliott Mercer. It'll be a loss of about 2 yards back to the 29-yard line. Brings up now a 4th and 6 here for the Bulldogs.
So this is another one of those plays where, these situations here determine outcomes of games here. The Warriors trying to get a big stop here. Last time Stanberry was in a situation like this, they went with a pass to the quarterback and was able to convert it for a touchdown. So we'll see here if they have another trick up their sleeve here on 4th down.
And if you're the Warriors, you have to watch out for a hard count here by the Bulldogs. See if they can't get you to jump off sides. They're going to end up rolling out to the right with Parman. Finds his man, Aiden Graham, and he brings it down inside the end line before he steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Yep, nice job there by Stanberry. I think it goes back to the gamesmanship element of football. They definitely know that Albany's not wanting to jump off sides here, making an easier 4th down. They just line right up on the ball, immediately snap it, and they're able to get a quick pass on a bootleg to the right to be able to convert.
That is a Smith Prudential Financial first down here by the Bulldogs. As Parman takes the snap, trying to push it out to the outside. He's going to be taken down just shy of the 15-yard line, down at the 16. There on the stop that time, Clayton Griffin.
Stanberry's been moving the ball well here on this one. This drive has taken off several minutes here on the scoreboard, almost down to 5 minutes. So taking this much time, you got to end with points, and then you got to pair that with some stops. But goal number one is to get here in the end zone.
I formation, Parman under center, Hilton the down back, Schieber the up back here for the Bulldogs. Handoff will go to Schieber, trying to bounce it out here to the near side, now trying to cut it back inside. Dancing around in the backfield, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Porter Runnels and Jared Owens there on the stop that time for the Warriors.
Yeah, nice juke there by Schieber, but all it is going to gain him is getting back to the line of scrimmage. It looked like that was going to be a loss of yards on the play. He was able to avoid that, but no gain there on the play, and it remains 3rd down and 6.
Stanberry will remain in the I formation with Parman underneath center. Keeping it on the triple option here is Parman. He knocks off one defender, steps out of bounds, past the first down yard marker, down inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9.
Yeah, nice run there by Parman. Just ran over a Warrior tackler.
It was Clayton Griffin that was credited with the tackle. I mean, got ran over out of bounds. Counts for the same thing.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's kind of like where you just get run over and happen to hang on and bring the guy down. It is a tackle, but not all tackles are created equally.
Hey, he does have an interception on the night and a really nice kickoff return.
Yes, that's right.
I formation, a handoff to Hilton on the triple option. He is going to be stopped for a loss of a yard there on the stop with Shea Miller.
Yeah, nice job by Shea Miller there to get through the gap, and he's a guy we talk about a lot here on Albany TV, and it's been a long senior season for him. He's been dealing with injuries all season, but he's continued to fight through those problems, and he's one of the most valuable members of this Warrior team.
High formation again for the Bulldogs. Handoff will go to Schieber, trying to cut it upfield, gets tripped up, loses the football, ball is out, and the Warriors are going to recover. Guess who? Shea Miller recovers it. Back at the Albany 3-yard line.
Wow, what a huge turnover there by Stanberry. It looked like Pack Schieber was going to be able to get into the end zone maybe if he broke that tackle, but again, head or helmet right on the football, pops it out of the arm, and it looked like it was going to maybe roll out of bounds, but just died right on the sideline, and Shea Miller able to recover it. Second turnover of the game the Warriors have forced.
Yeah, one of the two seniors on this Albany team comes away with that fumble recovery on the 3-yard line.
Warriors got to be careful here, though. They're deep in their own territory.
I said Palmer will end up taking the snap in the end zone with Elliott Mercer to his left. Handoff will go to Mercer, and he's going to push forward across the 5-yard line down to the 7. He'll pick up 4 yards on first down. That puts him over 300 on the night.
Yeah, that's the type of play you expect whenever a team is backed up that deep in their own territory. Just going to hand it off, tell their running back to, hey, just get downhill, get as many yards as you can, try and give us some extra breathing room, and Mercer was able to do that.
I take that back. It's only 298 so far on the night for Mercer. How dare I give him 300? As he loses the football, ball bounces around, gets into the end zone, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone. And that is going to be a safety.
Yeah,
I said the referees are going to talk about it, but that's going to be a safety.
No signal, but, yeah, that's a safety.
I said, and the Warriors are going to kick off here. Now we get the final ruling. I said Mercer had the football, got popped out of his hands, went off of Jace Palmer's hands and out of the back of the end zone for a safety. And it is a 60-42 ball game, 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. We're back with the kickoff when we come back in a moment. Looking for the best deals right here at home? You'll find it in the New Shopper. Every week, the New Shopper brings you community updates, local events, and money-saving bargains from businesses you know and trust. Whether you're checking out sales, finding services, or just staying connected with your neighbors, the New Shopper keeps you in the loop. Want your message in every home? Advertise in the New Shopper, where community shops first. So it'll be Sandholzer that has to kick off from his own 15-yard line here after the safety. Onside is going to be recovered here by Quinn Jensen at the Albany 35-yard line. And he's finally going to be wrapped up by Zayden Palmer and returns it out to the Albany 25-yard line.
Yeah, it's great starting field position here for the Bulldogs. And, man, it looked like Albany was going to be able to start to kind of put this one away. And just a fumble at an inopportune time leads to a safety, and the Bulldogs are going to take over. And this feels slightly reminiscent of last week's game. It was with Pattonsburg. They were always in control. They were always leading, but they just never could quite put Albany away right till the very end. And, Stanberry's taken the role of Albany here in this one. They're just not going away.
High formation here for the Bulldogs. Looking to pass is Parman across the middle, and again, just putting his hand out again, Clayton Griffin, as he knocks away what would have been a sure first down catch that time by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good read there by Griffin to move over and bat that one down on first down. So big stop there on first down, and now trying to get another one here on second down makes Stanberry come at you from a third and long situation.
High formation, Hilton the down back. The deep back this time is going to be Pack Schieber. Schieber gets the handoff, trying to cut it up the middle, and he is going to be taken down after a gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. A little slow to get up after the tackle. That time is Cutter Peterson. They're going to give Schieber 2 yards on the carry. Down to the 23-yard line, brings up a 3rd and 8.
This is an opportunity that Stanberry can't afford to waste. They got the safety. They got to end it with a touchdown at least.
2 receivers out wide to the left. Pack Schieber in the backfield. Hilton will go in motion. Keeping it himself and being taken down in the backfield is Parman. There to take him down in the backfield is Shea Miller for a loss of 3 yards. Brings up now a 4th and 11.
That's a big hit there by Shea Miller, and in a big situation here. Now it's 4th down and long for Stanberry, and this would be a great response for the Warrior defense. After the offense gave up the safety, if they could come out and get a stop here deep in their own territory, that would be a great big moment in the game for the defense.
2 receivers to the left. Hilton will go in motion. Looking to pass again is Parman. And ball goes off the hands of Hilton, incomplete. And a turnover on down gives the Warriors the ball at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, we talked about the big missed opportunity that Albany had at the end of the first half. They couldn't quite go 2 for 1 there, and that was a big missed opportunity there for Stanberry. They got the safety, had great starting field position, and to go 3 and out, that's a big missed opportunity for the Bulldogs.
It's an 18-point ball game in favor of the Warriors. 1:34 left to play here in the third quarter. And it'll be Carter Danner to the left of his quarterback with Elliott Mercer behind Jace Palmer here on the snap. Handoff will go to Mercer, spins out of a tackle in the backfield, and holding on to his jersey and trying to pull him back is Jake Holtzclaw. But Elliott Mercer somehow able to fight for a yard out of nothing.
Yeah, that was the hardest fought 1-yard run that you'll see right there. That was
Holtzclaw had a hold of his jersey,
yeah.
kind of reminiscent of the Little Giants where they hold onto his jersey and he still keeps running. 42 degrees here in Albany. Feels like 37 with a 6-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the west to northwest. A 2nd and 9 upcoming for the Warriors. 2 tight ends in. Elliott Mercer, the wing back to the right. To the left of his quarterback, Palmer, is Carter Danner. Palmer keeps this one himself. Pushes this one up the middle, and he's going to be just shy of the 35-yard line down to the 34. It'll bring up a 3rd and 2 here for the Warriors.
Yeah, 3rd down and short here if the Warriors can convert. Well, regardless if the Warriors convert or not, this can probably be the last play of the third quarter here, barring an incomplete pass. It's 3rd and short, so you wouldn't expect that. But, again, 3rd and short, they could go play action here to Will Fish. They have broken that out before in a situation like this.
Will Fish tight end to the left. Cole Finley tight end to the right. Carter Danner to the right of his quarterback with Elliott Mercer behind Palmer. Mercer gets the handoff up the middle. He'll cross midfield just short of the 35-yard line of Stanberry down to the 36. Does finally get over 300 yards rushing on the night, and that is going to be the final play here of the third quarter. After that, Smith Prudential Financial first down. It is a 60-42 Albany lead as we go to the fourth when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Are you needing more space in your home and looking to remodel, or just start from scratch and have your dream home built? Then contact Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany. Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany can help you with all of your building needs. Big or small, they do it all at Williams Construction LLC and Electric. Contact them today at 660-483-0255 or 660-726-2417.
Every achievement deserves to be celebrated, and at Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany, Missouri, we've got just the way to do it. From sports trophies and plaques to corporate awards and personalized gifts, we make every milestone memorable. Whether it's honoring a team, recognizing excellence, or saying thank you, Winter Circle delivers top quality awards with fast, friendly service. Celebrate success the right way. Stop by Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany. Welcome back out again here to Albany. It is a 60-42 lead in favor of the Warriors as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Warriors with the football, 1st and 10 on the Stanberry 36-yard line.
Well, I think we can officially say here now in the fourth quarter that it's officially crunch time here in this one. Pretty much from this point forward here, if you're a Stanberry, you really want to keep Albany out of the end zone, do whatever you can to make that happen. And then you can't have any more possessions where you're not scoring here. Time is of the essence here in the fourth quarter.
Carter Danner will motion to the left of his quarterback, Palmer. Elliott Mercer, the wing back, to the right. Palmer will take the snap. Handoff will go to Danner. Up the middle. And he is going to fight down to the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4 on first down for the Warriors as they continue to try and run this clock down.
I think as the clock continues to wind down farther and farther, I think we're going to see Stanberry get more and more aggressive at trying to punch the ball out or rip it out any way they can. It's starting to feel like they need a turnover or something to give themselves a chance.
Winner of this game will move on in the semifinal game next week at Grant City against Worth County. Elliott Mercer breaks free down the near sideline, and he's got to run over one man, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown. His 7th touchdown of the night for the Warriors.
Wow, 7 touchdowns and now over 300-plus yards. He's having a heck of a game here in this one, and I mean, there's just nothing else to say. He's having a heck of a game, and there's still time left on the clock.
I said there was a Stanberry defender that could have made the tackle at the 5-yard line. He ran into him. The defender fell down. Mercer did not and ran and still ran the final 5 yards into the end zone. Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you list your own United Country Nelson Real Estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. Carter Danner to the left of his quarterback with Mercer, the wing back, to the right on the 2-point conversion. Palmer keeps it himself, gets stopped, now tries to push forward, reaches out for the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Warriors now lead 68-42 here over Stanberry. And looking more and more like they're going to have a date with Worth County next Friday in Grant City. We'll be back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolvis a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
And welcome back out again here to Albany. 68-42, Warriors with the lead. Sandholzer on for the Smith Prudential Financial kickoff. Onside it here to the near sideline, picked up again by Quinn Jensen. As he'll break free, loses the football at midfield. Warriors say they recover it. And it's going to be Jensen that does recover it at the Albany 39-yard line.
Well, I think Palmer knocked it loose, and then both players, I thought, had both hands on the ball, and I think Palmer thought that maybe they weren't going to give him possession, so he kind of let go, but I don't know. I think possession was lost there, so they might have had a case for that. But when Palmer let go, I think that was kind of case closed on that one.
So Stanberry will start on Albany's side of the field at the 39-yard line. One receiver left, one receiver right, and it's Schieber that was in motion on the right side. Parman looking to pass, has some pressure come in, and he's still fighting for yards as it was Porter Runnels that gets the Albany Hy-Vee sack for a loss of 2 yards on the play. Remember to fill your grocery sack with all your tailgating favorites at your tailgate headquarters, your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Yeah, Stanberry's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit here. They're trailing by several possessions now at this point, and the clock is not their friend. So they're going to have to try and take chances where they think they can come up big, but a big sack there by Porter Runnels.
2 receivers out wide to the left, including Hilton in the slot. This time Parman pulls forward on the option, and he'll pick up a yard back to midfield on the play. Cutter Peterson there on the stop that time for the Warriors.
Yeah, short gain there on second down here. And again, like I said, we're to the point now where Stanberry really can't afford empty possessions. So going to have to come up with a big play on third down here to either make this a fourth down and short or just go ahead and avoid that altogether and move the chains.
So far, Schieber 180 yards on the ground, Parman 140. It's a 3rd and 11 coming up here for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers to the left. Schieber to the right of his quarterback. Hilton came in motion. It's a screen pass out to Schieber on the left side. He gets away from a defender on the far sideline. Still running away from Albany defenders. He'll cut it back across the field. He's going to take this one into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, they needed that type of play. And, again, it just continues to feel like that game last week where Albany just kept hanging around, and right at the end, felt like they had a chance to win and just couldn't quite come away with it. And Stanberry, they're just not going away. They keep coming up with big plays when they need them. They still got a lot of work to do, but, man, they are hanging around here and not letting Albany put them down without a fight.
And, again, it was Schieber that just somehow finds just the smallest of holes and is able to squeak through them and then takes it into the end zone for another Bulldog touchdown. Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you list your United Country Nelson real estate agent, Tammy Wynn-Siddons. Parman rolling out to his right, looking for the end zone. Pass is going to fall incomplete, looking that time for Aiden Graham. 2-point conversion will fail, and it is a 68-48 20-point Albany lead with 9:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Simbro on to kick off on this Smith Prudential Financial kickoff, and if you're the Bulldogs, this is really where you need an onside kick recovery and try and steal one of these possessions away. Warriors will swap Zayden Palmer for Zayden Wood on the front line here, as Simbro will kick off from his own 30-yard line. And the kickoff is going to go right at Shea Miller. He'll snag it and then fall to the ground. Warriors will start on their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Miller there to field that bounce that the football took. And, yeah, you're right. You alluded to it that Stanberry's going to need to get one of these onside kicks, and they didn't get it right there. They're going to need some help here from Albany, and they're going to need it in the form of either an onside kick recovery or a turnover. It just doesn't feel like they have enough to stop Albany that many times and then score, so not enough time. So they're going to need to get a turnover on this drive.
It'll be Carter Danner to the right of his quarterback. Palmer again. Mercer as the wing back to the right. Will Fish tight end to the left. High snap pulled down by Palmer. Handoff to Danner. Gets across midfield down to the Stanberry 39-yard line as he'll pick up 2 yards on the opening carry here of the drive.
And if they don't get a turnover, they're really hoping for a 3 and out, but definitely got to keep Albany out of the end zone here. Can't keep letting them score here and keep Stanberry at arm's distance.
Just one turnover on downs by the Warriors tonight, and that was at the end of the first half, and then had the lone turnover, which ended up as a safety off of a fumble as it bounced out of the back of the end zone. The only 2 stops Stanberry's defense has gotten so far tonight. Handoff will go to Mercer. Trying to cut through a couple holes, falls forward across the 35-yard line down to the 33 as he'll pick up 6 yards and brings up a third and about 3 yards, or about 3rd and 4 here.
Yeah, and this is going to be tough for Stanberry. They're going to have to stop Albany twice and keep them shy of 4 yards. So big couple of plays coming up here. Stanberry hoping that somebody steps up and makes a play here.
Carter Danner to the left of his quarterback, Palmer with Mercer behind him. 2 tight ends set again for the Warriors. Cole Finley, tight end to the left. Will Fish, tight end to the right. On a 3rd and 3, handoff will go to Mercer. Breaks free up the middle, and he's finally going to be taken down by 6 of the Bulldog defenders. Finally stopped at the 27-yard line as Mercer now goes over 350 on the ground tonight.
Yeah, moving the chains once again, and now under 8 minutes to go. And every time the Warriors move the chains, their odds of winning this one continue to rise. Big thing for them is just hold on to the football here. Take points when you can get them, of course, but you do not want to turn the ball over here.
Keep your money moving toward retirement with Smith Prudential Financial Services at 660-726-3396. Just like the Warriors, keep the chains moving on this drive. Danner to the right of his quarterback. Mercer behind him. Handoff will go to Danner up the middle. Initially got hit at the line of scrimmage, still able to pick up 4 yards as he crosses the 25 down to the 24-yard line.
Cutter Peterson a little bit gimpy getting up there, but looks like he's all right enough to stay in the game. He's another guy who's had some injury problems as well, and of course that's expected, especially with the offensive linemen. I mean, they really take a beating over the course of a season, and I don't think there's any offensive lineman who's ever been 100% this late in the season.
Yeah, so this late in the season, everybody's nursing at least something. Again, double tight set. Danner to the left of his quarterback, Mercer behind him, already 7 touchdowns on the ground tonight. Handoff will go to Mercer. Tries to find a small hole, and that hole closes quickly as Mercer down to the 22-yard line. As he landed that time on Shea Miller, he's a little slow to get back up for the Warriors.
3rd and 5 here again. It feels like we're getting to a point now where you could say the only way Stanberry wins this game is if Albany gives them a turnover or something along those lines. The clock is just not their friend right now, and especially if Albany gets in the end zone here on this drive, things are going to be really tough for Stanberry without a couple of turnovers.
Got a couple of softball players trying to throw burgers into the bottom half of the press box here below us. As this one is going to be a pass here by Palmer, rolls out to his left, down the near sideline, gets across the 20, stays on his feet, and thrown out of bounds by Thor Cameron at the 16-yard line, and Palmer got thrown down. He's a little slow to get up. Warriors looking for the flag. They don't get it. It is going to be enough for a Smith Prudential Financial first down here after the run there by Jace Palmer here on the near sideline.
Yeah, pretty, I don't know what the word is, but a slam there by Thor Cameron, but just kind of lost where he was in the field, I think, because he was the first guy there to make sure that Palmer was okay. Don't really think there was anything malicious about it.
1st and 10 here for the Warriors from the 16-yard line, and a timeout is going to be called here by the Warriors. His timeout brought to you by Petty John Auto Center. Check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online, pettyjohnauto.com. Back with more in a moment here on Albany TV. Ready to build, remodel, or repair? Trust Home Lumber Company in Albany, Missouri for all of your building needs. From quality lumber and hardware to tools and supplies, Home Lumber has everything you need to get the job done right. Serving Albany and the surrounding communities for generations, Hogue Lumber is proud to be your hometown partner for projects big and small. So whether it's a weekend fix-up or your dream build, stop by Hogue Lumber Company in Albany. Quality materials, friendly service built on trust. As you see in the comments there, Big A Bistro open late tonight after the game. 20% off slushies at Big A Bistro for a Warrior win. The drive-thru will be open tonight. So if you're willing to brave the cold that's already out there, go ahead and get yourself a slushie at Big A Bistro tonight following the game. 5:38 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 68-48 Warriors lead by 20, and they have a 1st and 10 just outside the Stanberry 15-yard line. It'll be Danner to the right of his quarterback, Palmer. Elliott Mercer as the wingback. Palmer going to keep this one himself, rushes up the middle, and he's going to be taken down across the 15-yard line. Gain about 1.5 there on the carry.
Yeah, short gain there by Albany, but again, not the end of the world here to get a short gain because it's just another play where you get to run about 30 seconds or so off the clock. So, again, the Warriors in control of this one as long as they have good ball security going forward here for this last 5 minutes.
So it'll be a 2nd and 9 here for the Warriors from just inside the 15-yard line here, the Bulldogs. Tight end to the right is going to be Will Fish. Tight end to the left, Cole Finley. Palmer will take the snap. Hands off to Mercer. Finds the crease. He has touchdown number 8 of the night, as it is now a 74-48 Warrior lead.
Yeah, I mean, again, you just can't really say anything that hasn't been said about Elliott Mercer. I mean, he's had a great season, and this is kind of in the icing on the cake, this game right here. 8 touchdown runs.
370 yards to go along with it.
Yeah, all in the same game. And, I mean, he's cementing his status here when it matters most, and that's playoff time.
Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you list from United Country Nelson Real Estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. 2-point conversion attempt. Palmer looking to pass. Finds his man, Will Fish. Play action as the 2-point conversion is good. It is now a 76-48 Albany lead. 4:53 left to go in the fourth. And Warrior fans, start booking your trip to Worth County next Friday. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
If you're looking to join a stable and growing company, Johnson Controls in Albany is the place for you. They are currently hiring for multiple positions, including welding, electrical, and general assembly. Johnson Controls offers excellent benefits, medical, dental, vision, life insurance, 401k, health savings account, and paid holidays. Apply now at www.johnsoncontrols.com to join their winning team.
Sandholzer on to kickoff here for the Warriors. Brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial. Kick off your future retirement by contacting Smith Prudential Financial Services, 660-726-3396. Onside kick is going to be recovered here by the Bulldogs. It's Parker Ginther at the 40-yard line and returns it back to the Albany 32.
Well, really no time to waste here for Stanberry. You got to score as quickly as possible. You're going to have to get a ton of onside kick recoveries. So odds aren't looking great right now for Stanberry. So all you can do is just kind of do your best here with the time you have left remaining. Again, you got to score really quick here. I mean, there's not a second to waste at this point in the game.
Two receivers to the left are going to be Graham and Hilton. Hilton in the slot. And Parman is going to flip this one out to Pack Schieber. He's going to run out of bounds as he crosses the 30-yard line down to the 29. He'll gain 3 on the carry.
Yeah, if you're a Stanberry ball carrier or receiver, you got to get out of bounds when you can. Just save every second you possibly can of this clock.
Stanberry does have 3 timeouts remaining. Albany with just 2. It's a 2nd and 7 from inside the Albany 30-yard line. Looking to pass, looking deep, and overthrown, intended that time for Pack Schieber.
He was open there. The throw was just a little bit too far out of his reach, but they had him there in the end zone.
So it brings up now a 3rd and 7 here for the Warriors. So on a 3rd and 7 play, 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. Looking to pass is Parman, rolling out to his right. And he is going to be taken down as he crosses the first down yard marker down to the 20. Enough for another Smith Prudential Financial first down.
Yeah, so the clock will stop momentarily here while they move the chains, but not for long, as now it's running again. So Stanberry's got to move quickly here.
Stanberry will huddle here, and they'll break the huddle on a 1st and 10 from the Albany 20-yard line. 15 seconds left here on the play clock. 2 receivers left. In motion will go Hilton. Handoff will go to Schieber. Bounces around, and he's going to be pulled down after a short yard pickup there on the stop. Jay Anthony along with Jace Palmer. It was Porter Reynolds on the stop along with Jay Anthony. Down to, it looks to be about the 17-yard line, a gain of 3.
Yeah, short gain there for Schieber, as we're pretty well in territory here. We're pretty confident the Warriors are going to come away with this one here, especially as we're seeing Stanberry continuing to huddle up here before each play.
Again, 2 receivers left. Hilton will come in motion. Looking to pass is Parman here, rolling out because of some pressure. He's going to be met by Elliott Mercer. He'll throw him down for the Albany Hy-Vee sack down at the 19-yard line. Remember to fill your grocery sack with all your tailgating favorites at your tailgate headquarters, your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Yeah, I mean, just continues to add to the resume of his day so far with the sack there. I mean, this has been a fantastic game from Elliott Mercer on both sides of the football.
It's going to go down in the record books, at least for him. With 2 receivers to the left, Hilton will be the slot receiver. Parman keeps it on the option. He's going to get tripped up by his own blocker, and he'll be down at the line of scrimmage as he fell over his center that time, Hudson Groomer. And it brings up now a 4th and 9. 2:34 left to play here in the ball game. Warriors ahead by 28 points. And Stanberry will come out in an I formation. Max Hilton the down back, Schieber the up back, Parman underneath center. And Parman on the play action, looking deep, finds his man, touchdown, Bulldogs. And bringing down the catch that time is going to be Parker Ginther.
Well, another touchdown there for Stanberry to make this a little bit closer. Down by 22 now, trying to make it 20. Just 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go. To go, though. Not a lot of time left here in the game.
And I have a feeling if the Bulldogs are unable to come away with the onside kick following this 2-point conversion attempt, the Warriors will probably bring out their second-string offense. I formation here with 2:11 left. Parman will fake the flip out to the left, looking for the end zone, thrown behind his intended receiver that time of Vincent Smithson, and the pass will fall incomplete. And remember, you can score a touchdown, too, and you let your home United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Sidden, 76-54. Albany with the lead. We're back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as again Sam Simbro on for the Smith Prudential Financial kickoff. And again, if Stanberry does not recover this onside kick, you figure the Warriors will probably send out their second-string offense. This one is going to be recovered here by Landon Hawkins at about his own 38-yard line. That is where the Warriors will start their next drive.
Yeah, with that recovery, I think any chance that Stanberry had probably out the window now.
And as I say that, the Warriors' offense huddles up here on the near sideline. It does not look like they're going to put in their backup offense. Looks like they're going to keep their starters in. Right now, Elliott Mercer, 30 yards away from 400 on the night, does have 8 touchdowns. Maybe an opportunity to get Mercer here to 400 yards. Warriors will take the snap. Handoff will go to Mercer up the middle. He breaks free enough that he's going to pick up about 70 yards on first down, and he'll be down to the Albany 35-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to give the ball to Mercer there, and I think they'll probably continue to go to him. If they pick up a first down, I mean, I guess they could maybe continue to try to run it to, again, like you said, get him to 400, but wouldn't be surprised if they pick up a first down and then go to victory formation here, but we'll see what the Warriors do.
Elliott Mercer going to be the wing back to the left. Carter Danner to the left of his quarterback, Palmer. They're going to let as much time run off this play clock as possible. They'll snap it with about 4 seconds. High snap, but a penalty flag flies prior to the snap, and they're going to get an offside called against the defense.
Yeah, I mean, that was, narrowly avoiding disaster there for the Warriors. It was a bad snap, and that's going to move the chain. So Warriors about to a moment where if they want to, they can kneel this clock out if they decide to.
At penalty flag brought to you by San Phillips and Shelter Insurance, where your auto, home, and life coverage is not a penalty. Given up now to a Smith Prudential Financial first down. Warriors do look like they're going to go to victory formation here as the clock runs, and Palmer will snap this one with 4 seconds, and he'll kneel it down at the 32-yard line. They will have to take one more snap, but the Warriors are going to advance here in 8-man district number 7, and they'll take on Worth County, the 1 seed, next week up in Grant City.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it in the post game, but of course it was a great effort by Stanberry. They came with a game plan to attack the Warrior defense. They did a better job. Pax Sheeper had a big game, but in the end, Elliott Mercer and the Warriors were just too much to handle.
And the Warriors will kneel this one out, and they will seal the victory. 76-54, your Warriors are victorious here tonight in District 7. Again, they will move on to take on Worth County next week up in Grant City. We'll be back with your BTC Bank postgame. And I guess you're going to have to wait and see who tonight's Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North Player of the Game is, but I'm sure you could probably figure that one out. We'll be back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite school and earn that school extra cash with each swipe. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account, stop by your local BTC Bank branch to get your mascot debit card today. Visit btcbank.bank to learn more. BTC Bank, here for good. Member FDIC.
BTC Bank.
Every achievement deserves to be celebrated, and at Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany, Missouri, we've got just the way to do it. From sports trophies and plaques to corporate awards and personalized gifts, we make every milestone memorable. Whether it's honoring a team, recognizing excellence, or saying thank you, Winner's Circle delivers top quality awards with fast, friendly service. Celebrate success the right way. Stop by Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany.
76-54 is the victory tonight here for the Warriors here in MSHSAA 8-man district number 7 quarterfinals over the number 5 seed Stanberry. Albany moves on to play next week Friday against the 1 seed Worth County up in Grant City. And Brett, it was a great game tonight for the Warriors on offense, scoring 76 points, and then they were able to hold Stanberry just enough as they pick up the victory tonight by 22 points.
Yeah, it was a great game for the Warriors. Great game overall. I mean, we had a very competitive game. Stanberry never really was out of it until pretty much their last offensive drive right at the end. It just took a lot of time and then didn't get that onside kick, and it was pretty much over from that point. But super competitive game. Super glad to see that. Obviously, Stanberry took a lot of things from that first game and brought it into this one, ways they could improve and attack this Warrior defense. And they were able to do it with some success, and it was just a great game. But the Warriors were just too much, and especially Elliott Mercer was just too much tonight for Stanberry.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats for the ball game. Let's start with Stanberry. We talked about Pack Schieber, the freshman for the Bulldogs. I mean, he was a handful tonight for the Warriors. He's going to be a handful for the next 3 years for the entire GRC West. 26 carries, 186 yards, 3 touchdowns on the night for the freshman. And then Drew Parman, the sophomore quarterback, 16 carries, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns. Max Hilton had 5 carries for -1 yards rushing. Passing tonight, Drew Parman, 3 for 9 through the air for 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pack Schieber on a halfback pass back to his quarterback. 1 for 1 on the night, 13 yards and a touchdown. Receiving tonight, Pack Schieber, 1 catch, 40 yards and a touchdown. Parker Ginther, 1 catch for 19 yards and a touchdown. Drew Parman caught 1 for a touchdown for 13 yards from his running back Schieber. And Graham, 1 catch for 9 yards tonight. And then switching it over, looking at the Warriors on the ground tonight, Elliott Mercer had himself a night. 28 carries, 377 yards, 8 touchdowns. Jace Palmer, 13 carries, 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carter Danner, 9 carries for 33 yards. Passing on the night, Jace Palmer, 6 for 7 on the night for 39 yards. Receiving, Will Fish, 2 catches for 30 yards. Carter Danner, 1 catch for 3 yards. Zayden Palmer, 2 catches for 3 yards. But, Brett, as we talked about in the pregame, it was going to be how Schieber and Mercer were able to lead their teams. It was definitely Elliott Mercer that led the Warriors to victory tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a game that people will remember for a long time, I think. I mean, especially because it was in the playoffs, 8 touchdowns and 377 yards and 28 carries. It's 13.5 yards per carry. I mean, I think that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think that's pretty good. I mean, just a fantastic game from Mercer. I mean, you can't say enough about that. But it was a complete team win, of course. The offensive line played well, as they have been throughout the course of the season. Jace Palmer pitched in with plenty of rushing yards as well. And then Carter Danner, who has really had played his role nicely as the backup, not really backup, but the number 2 running back. He's in there all the time, but the number 2 running back on this team. So just a really complete win. And now Albany's got a tough test next week against Worth County. And, of course, everyone knows how good they are. And to play them on the road is going to make it even tougher.
Yeah, and it was Worth County got the best of Albany here at home earlier in the season, 54-7. But for the Warriors, they're going to have a tough time coming out next week on the road against a Worth County team that did get a night off and got a breather a little bit this week, trying to rest up some of their players. Warriors came into the game a little banged up. They leave the game a little banged up as well. But, again, no real injuries for the Warriors tonight. But, again, they'll have their work cut out for them next week on the road against the number 1 seed here in District number 7.
Yeah, and I mean, again, Worth County is the number 1 seed for a reason. They only have the 1 loss on the year to Rockport. But you have that bad loss early in the season, and I mean, if you can use that as motivation to go out and play your hardest game, you still might not beat Worth County, but if you can make them really work for it, I mean, again, it would still be a loss. Some people would tell you there's no moral victories, but Worth County is a really good team, and if Albany's able to make them work in a second-round district game next week, I mean, that would be awesome for this team, a team that really rebounded well after a tough stretch to start the season.
Yeah, and again, the Warriors come away with the victory tonight here over Stanberry. Again, final score 76-54. Tonight's postgame brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank here for good. Let's go ahead and give away tonight's Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards Player of the Game. Brett, do you have any idea who it could be?
I don't know. I'm lost.
It's going to go, of course, to Elliott Mercer. 377 yards, 28 carries, 8 touchdowns on the night for the big junior running back. And, again, he is tonight's Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North Player of the Game.
Yeah, I mean, again, that was totally sarcastic.
Yes.
Not really a big mystery there. I mean, you score 8 touchdowns, and, I mean, you average over 10 yards per carry. You're going to be Player of the Game. And, I mean, the best news is that the season's not over tonight, and then he's coming back next year. So we get to see even more of Elliott Mercer on this Warrior team. And he's really proving himself to be a really special player, a guy whose name will be mentioned even after he's graduated. So that's really awesome that we got to see this performance tonight, because, I mean, you don't see something like this very often.
No, and Brett, I'm going to have you continue talking just a little bit more. I'm trying to calculate up how many rushing yards that he has had over the last couple weeks. And just over the last 3 games, he has over 871 1 yards on the ground. Going back even a little bit farther, he's over 1,000 whenever you go back to that homecoming game against Princeton. That was the last time that anybody's held him underneath 200 yards rushing. He had 191 that night.
Yeah, I mean, even I think really the only game where he was really held in check was the Worth County game, and he had
11 carries for 36 yards.
Yeah, 11 carries, 36 yards, and of course, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if Elliott remembers that, and he's going to try to use that as motivation to try and have a big game next Friday night because he seems like he's a competitive guy. He wants to always make a statement. I mean, you could tell by the way he plays, he always wants to make an impact on the game. Again, like I said earlier in the game, he hasn't found a tackle or a player that he wants to try and run through. So he's a fun player to watch, and other than that Worth County game, he's had not quite to this level. I mean, 8 touchdowns is something that is just insane, but he's going for 100, 200 yards just about every game. And tonight he had a really special game where he breaks out over 300 and the 8 touchdowns. I mean, this is just really kind of the capstone of his season.
Yeah, he's been held underneath 100 yards 3 times this season. They are to Worth County. He had 36 yards. King City, he had 36 yards. Nottoway Valley, he had 96. So those are the 3 games. 3 of the top teams in 8-man football have been able to hold him underneath 100 yards, and that's it.
And 2 of them were just halftime games. So
Yes.
if they had played that out, he probably would have got, maybe not Worth County, but that King City game. So with the halftime there, that kind of helps. That helps whenever you only have to play half the game.
Yes. So, again, let's thank our sponsors. Help you bring you tonight's broadcast tonight here on Albany TV, including BTC Bank, Petty John Auto Center, locations in Bethany and Albany, Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany, Hogue Lumber Company in Albany, and the Albany Hy-Vee. Smith Insurance at Smith Prudential in Albany, United Country Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, Agent Tammy Wynn Simmons in Albany. Shelter Insurance Agent Sam Phillips in Albany, Johnson Controls, the Briar Patch on the west side of Square in Albany, Raymond Smith Body Shop, Sublime Formal Wear on the west side of Square in Albany. East Fork Lodge and Legacy Event Center, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, Kathy Sneed with Acres of Hope LLC in Albany, along with the Papa's Family Restaurant. JC Designs just off the Square in Albany, B&B Barbecue on 136 in Albany, Lone Star Investments on the Square in Albany, Shadowfax on 136 in Albany, Brown Plumbing, Deb's Dinky Diner, both of Albany, the City of Albany, Big A Bistro on 136 in Albany. Remember, 20% off slushies tonight after the game, Big A Bistro in Albany, Williams Construction, Albany Booster Club, Albany and Stanberry School Districts, and the Printer and New Shop are located in Albany. It's a victory tonight for the Warriors, 74-56. They will go on to play Worth County next week, Friday, at Worth County. For myself, Jared Rollis, color analyst for the night, Brett Williams, so long. Good night. We'll see you next week in Grant City.